Ah, okay. Sorry for the late start, y'all. I apologize. Um, lots of errands this weekend that I had to do in the morning, and not only that, just as I was setting up the world and everything, my PC decided to go burr, and so a little bit of a late start because of that. Apologies in advance. I was so ready to start on time too. War, hello. Hi. Give me like 5 minutes just to say hello to everyone in chat, and then I'll send you like an invite and everything. Uh, I'll try and give you some extra time. We'll try and still hit that 3 hour mark for you. And then after that, I don't think I'll be able to stream for much longer after this podcast because I have some other things to go to today. So, it's a little unfortunate. But hello, good morning. Hope y'all are doing well. Sorry for no stream yesterday either. My allergies were kicking my ass even harder once I got back from work and stuff, and then I'm still kind of like, I was still super like sore from Beat Saber and all that. So, yeah. Also, let me check and make sure that I have the chat timer things for war going off. Or that they will be going off, the little like timed messages and stuff. Let's see. Yes, they should be going off. Okay, buggers. Alright. So how's everyone? Blue, hello. Lucky, hello. Frozen, hello. Nerd Detective, hello. Hello. Welcome everyone. As always, just a friendly reminder, once this starts, I am ignoring the shit out of every single one of y'all until the end of this. So, yeah. Today's guest is War. He's in chat right now waiting. I feel so bad for making you wake up early. I feel like you're like more of a night owl person. So apologies for that if you're not a morning person. Stop grabbing the coffee cup. I'm trying to move my overlay. But it should be fun. It should be fun nonetheless. Let's see. But yeah, I had to do some things this morning. I had to walk over to CVS because there was a prescription that I needed to get that I completely forgot about back in like October, and I forgot to get it. And so I like remembered this morning because I remembered like I need to go buy some soda to mix with alcohol for later tonight. And I also like when I was at my desk remembered like, oh shit, fudge, I have this heckin' prescription paper that I forgot to take to a pharmacy to get my prescription for, like back like late October. And so I walked to go get that, and then I promised some kids at the school that I work at, since I had them do a little bit of a what is it? A little bit of a competition. I went to also go buy them their prizes as well at CVS. I was like, I owe y'all a bit of a prize, so I'll go and like buy some stuff. I asked the kids what they wanted. 2 kids were like, just get us sour candies, and 1 kid was like, I like Reese's cups. So I was like, okay, I'll buy like some Sour Patch Kids and Reese's cups for like the 1 kid, because they tied. I had them build something to like hold up books out of like straws and a few other things, and then 3 of them managed to do really well, so I gave them stuff. And Xander, no head petsy, because I'm not going to move the camera. It's set up already. Sorry. Oh, girls, hello. Alright. I'm going to start inviting War, and I'm going to start ignoring you guys here in a few seconds. So where is War in my friends list? Online friendos. Let me see. There you is. And then invite. Bap. Yoisha. There you go. He should be appearing any second now. And then I'm going to pause our Spotify. And then we're going to listen to this here. This, like we usually do every time the podcast happens, this random little playlist. But Yaisha. And there's Reaper's like link. Yeah, I don't think he has a card. He only has a booth, so I linked to his booth stuff. If y'all do VR to Avatar stuff and want to buy booth stuff. Yaisha. Also, thank you for gifting us up the old girls. My notification things are off because I want to have all my attention and focus on War whenever he gets here. So it's time to ignore you guys. I'm gonna put you guys over here on the left of me. And I'm gonna move this over here. Shaw. There he is. There's the gamer. Oh. He approaches.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh.
Hello.
Hello. I will warn you right now that chair has a seat, so don't accidentally click on it.
I see.
Yeah. Oshi was like struggling with that one. Like near the end of it at one point. I feel bad. Yeah, I forgot to tell him, but since he like did such a good job to like near the end, you know, I figured maybe he realized it. Oh, sorry. Wait. The bit alert played. Okay, so that's a thing. Apparently the bit alerts don't show up on screen or on stream, but they'll still play in my ear. Good to know. I guess I'll just, if chat could not bully me with bit alerts today, since I don't know how to disable those completely. Please. But War, introduce yourself to the people that don't know who you are. Give us a little bit of info.
Okay. Hello, I'm WarReaper, and I am an artist, and I sell stuff on booth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
I didn't know the artist part, but then again, you did make a logo last minute, so I was really like, oh shoot.
True.
Yeah, so that point where I figured like you had some kind of talent. Yeah, Agu. And so I also have your booth link going on like in my chat somewhere, like it'll go on periodically, because like everyone else had like a card, so I was like, you didn't have like a card or anything, but you have a booth. I can make the booth go around, and maybe some people in chat will, you know, support you on booth. Which, by the way, I bought the textures for the Celestia that you sold, so yeah. Plug. Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. So got you into VR chat. I want to ask everyone like this question to like start it off. What's your story for like why you started playing VR?
What got me into VR chat?
Yeah.
So, let's see. So I used to be a console gamer, right? Like I've only had a PC now for like 4 years, and I was watching Twitch on my Xbox, and I stumbled across Pokelols like a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Team 5.
Yeah, back when VR chat was poppin'. And I was watching, I never seen Poke before that, but I was watching Poke, and I was like, man, this guy's actually super funny. And he was playing with like, yeah, you know, like Whoops and
Whoops and a bunch of other people.
One time, and Dyrus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was watching Poke, and I'm like, man, this looks fun. And I'm like, I looked at the Xbox store. I'm like, VR chat, and I'm like, oh, it's not there.
Yeah, it's not on console, sadly.
So yeah, so I got a PC, and instantly I got VR chat right away. But yeah, Poke's what got me into it mainly. I just thought the game looked fun, so I was like, I want to try that. Like, it looks nice to meet new people and all that.
Yeah. So, what was your starter headset? Did you get a CB12 or like was it like a Vive? Like what was?
No. I've had a Rift S as my first headset, and I got it. I got it a year after me playing in desktop, and I've only recently replaced it. I got the Quest 2 like 4 months ago, but that's just because I used the Rift S all the way till it like died. Like
yeah.
I think it was like 3 years old, and it was just so bad I couldn't play this game with it, because you know you can't buy like parts, right? Because it's
no,
all the parts.
It was like a dead on arrival headset, pretty much. Like, unfortunately, because the Quest 2 I think was coming out like just as the Rift S was also coming out, so it's like, you know, once they saw that the Quest 2 took off way more than the headset that needed PC VR, they were just like, all right, we're just gonna cancel everything that goes into the Rift S, like whoever has it, and then we'll just take everything onto the Quest 2 and start like putting it into that. you know, like all their resources
Yeah,
went
they
into
just stopped
Quest
caring
2.
for it.
Yeah, which makes sense. I'm not even like upset with them as like a business thing. It makes sense to
Oh yeah,
do
for
that.
sure.
It made them a lot more money than doing the Rift, that's for sure. So wait, are you on a Quest 2 right
And,
now? Are you
like-
doing like the hybrid? Like full
Yeah.
body? Yo.
Yeah, I did the hybrid setup. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
I
That's actually
I
pretty
had
cool.
the on the Rift S too. Like I would have. Oh, I grabbed yours. What's it called? I would have like kept using it, but I just needed a wire. That was the main thing that was broken. But
Yeah.
like I was looking for wires, right? I'm like, even though they stopped making it, surely there's one out there. And the only one out there I saw was like on Amazon for like $300. I'm like, well, I might
Heck
as
no,
well just buy a
that's
headset at
yeah,
that point.
that's just a Quest 2 at that point.
Yeah,
God
actually.
damn. Yeah, and I still have my Rift S laying around somewhere. I like stored it away, but it was basically on its like
Throw it
final
away.
legs. Yeah, like the only reason I'm like contemplating not throwing it away is like if it can somehow still work. Like I want to test it one day to see if it like maybe still works. Is because I want to get back into Beat Saber, and I really liked the Rift S controllers for Beat Saber. Like the claw grip was like really
yeah.
nice, you know, and they're like small, so it's like lighter to kind of just go like, you know.
True.
Gosh.
You know, I hated the headset on the the mic.
Oh yeah, the Rift S
You know,
mic.
the mic was absolutely garbage.
That's why I bought a mod mic
Like,
at
when
one
I-
point.
When I played, yeah, I should have got one. I just wore my actual like desktop headset
yeah.
over my VR. So I
didn't
just
think
had
to do
these two
that.
things on me at all times.
Yeah,
It was so bad.
yeah, no, it's awful. And then I got the mod mic to kind of compensate for that at one point, and then that kind of like solved most of my issues. Except like every now and again, sometimes I would slap the mod mic off of my like headphones. Sometimes, not always. And I'd be like, where'd it go?
Yeah.
Where is... Do you think the Rift S is more
I always
comfortable?
yanked my cord out.
I feel like Rift S is really comfy
then
for like a
Quest 2?
headset. Yeah, like I haven't had a Quest 2, but is it comfier than the Quest 2? Or...
Yeah, I would say so, cause it's mainly because of the back bit, right? Because on the back of the Quest 2, there's like the knob, but on the Rift S, that knob is like almost non-existent. It's so flat, so you can just like lay back and not even feel anything. It was actually pretty nice, and it's kind of light too. It wasn't. the
Yeah,
heaviest
it was
thing.
surprisingly really light and kind of a tank. I like full force headbutted my desk like 3 times, like dancing with that headset, and like
dancing,
it was still fun. Yeah, back when I had like a smaller play space, and so like I danced in like by like arm's length worth of like space for the most part, maybe just a little bit bigger. And then like you know Marshall, right? How Marshall is, because I know you dance too, right?
Of course, I know.
Yeah,
Marshall.
and so there's like the one song where he does like a bow. I forget which one, and so I went for the bow, and I went like full force and just right into my desk without realizing it. I was more worried about my desk than the headset. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Because I thought I
Broke my
karate
desk.
kidded that desk. I thought like I might have like actually like put a dent into it or like broken it, but it was fine. And then I looked up my headset. I was like, is there like a mark on it anywhere, like a dent? And it's like it was fine.
Oh no.
It was like it tanked it like a champ. And then I did that like 2 other times. At that, the other 2 times I didn't even get worried. I was like, ah, it's whatever. Thing's a beast.
I've only just smacked my controllers on stuff. I never actually like hit my headset against anything.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing, even now with the Index, where like the only thing I hit now is my controllers on stuff, because the Index has like these like big knuckle guards and stuff, and like those always end up like slapping me on like the headset, like right here, like they'll hit each other, like I'll hit my controllers together because of it, right? Have you ever had any accidents with like VR stuff?
Well, yeah, when I used to play Beat Saber, I definitely smacked my wall a couple times, and
God.
like you, my room is also mega small. Like right now, if I was to stand up, I could literally touch all of my walls just from one spot. Like that's how small my room is.
Yeah. See, I sacrificed my
You know,
bed
I
for him to
still make
make
it
more
work, I still
space.
dance.
Yeah, no, you make do what you got.
I move a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like my bed right now is literally against all you sat in the chair. One thing I do is I open up the radial menus, and that kind of prevents it for the most part. Like from sitting in the chair on accident.
Big brain.
Yeah, I like learned that it doesn't like let you trigger things, so if you have them on, you'll still grab stuff, but you won't trigger the chairs. But I remember talking to my parents, being like, "I want to get rid of my bed frame," and they're like, "Why? Why do you want that?" And I was like, "More space for VR," and they're like,
"Yeah, I feel that."
Fine. They didn't want me to.
They wouldn't get it.
Yeah, they didn't. They don't understand that I need to be like a anime girl on the internet and like shake my ass for money.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Have you ever like streamed at all, or do you only do like the booth and art stuff? Oh. Have you ever thought about it?
Streamed?
Like streamed, yeah.
Yeah, I used to stream actually. So when I still played Xbox, I streamed. Okay, I don't remember the date exactly, but when Monster Hunter World came out, that is my first day I streamed, and I streamed that game for a while. But I streamed on Xbox for like a year straight. It was so bad. I streamed on Mixer actually for a month before it was like, before it even got relevant, right? It was like when Mixer first came out, I was like, I'll try this one out. But yeah, I streamed for about a year on Xbox, and I just had one viewer the whole year, which was me. And then when I got my PC though, I streamed art. And just watched videos, and I did okay. I got like I had like 20 viewer average around there.
At that.
It was okay.
Do you still do it? Do you still stream art?
I started streaming like 3 years ago.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, is there any more like a chance for like people to lurk in like a WarReaper art stream?
I've had some people tell me I should again. We'll see. Maybe.
Yeah.
It definitely helps me focus more on like working at the same time, because I feel like if people are watching, I'm like, okay, I'm just like only gonna work now, right? Only focus on that.
God, I wish I could.
Like I can't
focus
like get
pretty well like that.
Like
yeah. I get sidetracked so hard. I feel like I'm the one person that doesn't focus as much, but then again, my chat makes fun of me a lot, so it's like, the second I have like some kind of focus, I'll like see one thing being like, "Kitty, you're short," or like, "You smell," and then I'll be like, "What?" And it'll like take my focus away for like, "Yeah, how dare you?" And then I'll go on to like I'm not short or whatever for like 5 or 10 minutes and completely forget what I was saying or doing before that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like that, but with like videos. Like I'll be working and someone's like, "Oh, watch this like video real quick." I'm like, okay. Then that video leads me into like another hour of videos. I'm like, well, no more work today, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's why I can't do Discord calls a lot whenever I do have like the spurt of like motivation to finally like sit in like either Unity or like Photoshop or just something to like work on a thing. Because like if I get in a call, I'm like terrible at multitasking. Like I can't even type and talk at the same time. Like sometimes I've sat in calls and like people be like, "Kitty, are you still there?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, messaging." Like because I'll type what I say sometimes, so I like my brain can't do it at the same time. Like it's the weirdest thing. It even happens with music. I can't listen to music with like words in it. I have to like play like my instrumental like playlist or something. Otherwise I'll start typing lyrics to a song. The lyrics to the song like in whatever I'm typing. Like I did a paper once back in high school, and like I realized, like I think I was listening to A Day to Remember, and like the chorus was coming out for what is it? It was like playing the chorus for what is it? Gosh, All Signs Point to Lauderdale, I think is the song. Right, so I started like whatever, I don't remember what I was writing about, but at some point I just started typing like, "I hate this town, it's so washed up." A few paragraphs down I was like, okay, I didn't catch it right away, and I proofread my own stuff just to make sure like I don't have any like grammatical errors or whatever, right? And as I'm like reading my thing, being like, okay, I'm on point here, and then like I started saying lyrics to the song, and I was like, what the what was I even trying to say? I don't remember. I've had to rewrite entire papers because of that before, because it won't make any sense, because I'll think I'm writing the thing I'm supposed to be writing, but I'm actually typing out words from the song. Such a oofies. But it worked out. I still passed English anyway.
Yeah, easy.
Easy. Mm. So how long have you been in like VR chat for? Because you mentioned Whoops is what got you, like Whoops and Pokey. Like, how long was it? Because if you're Rift S, then you're probably about the same length as
Yeah.
me.
I know I started in. I want to say, I think it was at the start of. Wait, I know it was in January, but I'm trying to remember the year. Well, I know it was after the whole Knuckles thing.
Yeah.
Like when that died, that's when I started playing.
Yeah, about same for
It was
me.
like January 2020, 2019, one of those years. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
'Cause how did you hear about the Rift S? Was it just like random thing you found out about, or?
Well, when I was like wanting VR, I'm like, I don't know if I'll like it for sure. But so I wanted something like kind of cheap, right? And at the time, the options were like, yeah, the CV1, Rift S, Vive, right? And I always lead towards like the cheaper option because I'm cheap.
Yeah.
So like, Rift S is kind of low price, and I'm like, you don't need the base stations either. So I'm like, I'm saving a lot of money here.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of found it. So I was just looking for the cheapest headset, kind of like cheap but okay. And
Yeah.
that's what Rift S was, exactly, cheap and okay.
Yeah. It was cheap and okay, and then after like the first month or two, that's when like all the real issues started coming out about it, right? Like.
Yeah, you know that mic issue, like that only started happening to me after like a year of using it. Like I don't know what caused that issue, but it's so random.
It's something to do with the cable, I think, if I remember correctly. It's not even like the microphone itself. I think it's something to do with like the cable and like the way it connects. That I can't remember. Someone explained it to me at some point, and I was like, oh, I guess it's time to buy like a mod mic or something. Because for me, it started happening, I think, within the like month or two of owning it, like a little bit after having it. I feel like it's because I hit my headset a few times. This was before I headbutt my desk because I didn't have full body yet. Because I was half body most of the time. But like I did like, you know, the controller like bah, like headbutt thing, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking maybe that might have jolted it at some point, and so I started using my desk mic before I bought a mod mic. Then I would punch that on accident while doing VR. Like in VR chat, I'd like go in for like a head pat or something on someone, just be like, you'd hear like the mic arm like reverb all the noise. Yeah. And it was a snowball, so that shit picks up everything.
You hear all the reverb of the
yeah, no, there's like a clip where you could like an old clip on my stream where like I think I was like doing like the whip, like I was just going like pop, right? And then like I punched the mic, and then like I had like a pop filter arm on it and like the metal mic arm, and you just hear like the from like everything, like the springs and stuff. God. And then everyone just going, did you punch your mic? Hey yo, did you punch? That was like the big meme back then. It was like everybody yelling at me like, did you punch your mic, dude? Hey yo, did you punch your mic?
You're like, no.
No, I didn't. I swear I didn't punch it.
I did it. Okay, you reminded me actually. I have hit my headset before against the wall. I remember the most recent time was probably like the last week of me using my Rift S actually, but I remember I was dancing with Shino and them, and I what's it called? I just remember like we're doing this one song. It was a 4-player song, and you go like this. Then there's this part where you like go to the side and like you bounce into each other. But I remember when I did that, like I said, my room is like I could touch all the walls from here. So I remember when I went to the side, I just smacked my head against like I have like a lamp right here.
God.
I just smacked my head against the lamp, and my screen just goes black, and I'm like, uh-oh. Did I break my headset?
God, that's always scary. I've never had my headset go black with the Rift S, but with my Index, I've had, I think now, 2 or 3 instances of straight up like unplugging it while dancing. And each time I got like my heart would drop thinking that I finally broke it, or like my cable finally like went to shit or something. Right? The first time was when I was dancing with my friend Spank. And we were doing what is it? The one song, it was a Just Dance song, and it was a partner one. The guilty feet have got no rhythm. I forget the name every time. And so like, you know, we were doing like the little tango that it has, right? And then there was like a spin, and I guess I didn't realize that I was really close to where like my little wires are for like my base stations and everything, right? And like my headset's plugged in there as well, because I have like this little like port like station that has like a bunch of ports for things, right? Like instead of just like the 2 on my wall, I have like 6 or something, right? And so that whole thing like came off the wall because I accidentally stepped on a wire and like tugged on it when I was doing like the spin, and I didn't like feel it on my foot because I was wearing like, to keep my tracker stable, I was like wearing shoes with like the straps like, you know, on my shoe to like prevent a little bit of jiggle from my feet, right? And so I didn't realize that I stepped on anything and that I pulled it, and then everything just went black, no sound, and I was like, oh god, I finally did it. I finally broke my headset. That's $1,000 down the drain. No. And I like looked around my room. Yeah, I looked around and I like realized like, over there, it's unplugged over there. Oh god, thank god. I can just like I can just like plug it back in and hope it works. And then like my base stations came back on and stuff, right? And then like everything was fine. My headset turned back on. I could hear sounds and stuff. My boy Spank was just like, what happened? I was like, I unplugged everything. Everything came undone. Oh god. And then the other times I just straight up unplugged the headset.
Too bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything. It's always just been like something comes undone. Like the index cable has like a thing where it's like it's the cable itself, right? And then there's like a USB, I guess, so that you can extend the cable if you want to, and then after that it's like the part that goes into the PC, so it's like a little break part of the cable, right? And so I unplugged that on accident doing like a spin in like I think a Marshall song. I was like telling myself I'm not gonna do the spin because I know for a fact I'm gonna mess up my cable or something if I do it, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's do the spin. And then surely enough, as I do it, and then the headset goes black again, and it's like, well, I unplugged something again.
You know, that is one thing that's good about Quest 2. Wireless.
Yeah, you're wireless.
You know, I can spin as much as I want.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. That was like one of the reasons I contemplated a Quest 2 at some point. It's for the wireless, because like I know you can still use index controllers, I think, with the Quest 2 headset as well, and like trackers.
Yeah, you can hybrid it.
Yeah, so I was like, but now there's like a index like thing coming out that's like a wireless index adapter thing, right? And then like the index 2's on the way, so who even knows if that's like gonna potentially come with like wireless.
Yeah.
So like I'm excited. I'm not gonna buy it yet though or anything, because I saw the Kickstarter and I was like, I have the money to invest, but TwitchCon is like right, you know, around the corner.
True. True.
God.
You gotta save up for that.
Yeah.
You know, there was this thing that I was trying before. I forgot what it was called. I think it's called like ALVR or something. But basically, you know, like Quest 2 has like the built-in hand tracking.
Yeah.
It was pretty much like there's like this application that lets you use that hand tracking in VR chat, and it actually works good. I tried it out, and yeah, like it felt so smooth, you know, just playing with no controllers. But the only issue is you couldn't move.
Yeah, because
like,
there's no
stick. Hand
stick.
tracking, but you're just stuck there.
Yeah.
But
which is still cool.
It's so nice. It feels so good.
Yeah, it kind of makes you think about like, because people have made like, you can make now like VR gloves, like haptic like VR gloves for I think like not even like $100. It's like 50 or less if you know how to like build stuff yourself, right? You just gotta like print out the things and stuff and like, you know, get some parts with it. Because I think like when Tundra trackers were coming out, and like, you know, I think the trackers are made so you can like disassemble them and like, you know, do whatever with them. So people started like, you know, making stuff with it, right? Like doing just that. And then I saw some people like make like gloves, and like some people figured out how to get like a thumbstick on it and stuff, and for it to even have like buttons and things to like still be able to play VR chat and like still move around and still kind of like, you know, still do hand stuff, and it was really cool. Like the hand tracking was like really smooth. And then even like more recently, I think a few months ago, someone released like, there's like always been that meme of like toe tracking, right? I saw someone actually make like VR socks or something that actually like tracks the toe movement on Twitter, and I was like, oh my god.
Well,
wow.
there's definitely a market for that.
Oh yeah.
I know some people in this game who would like that.
Yeah, I know a few too. Some of them are probably in my chat right now, and they're gonna probably be like, Kitty, how dare you? And I'm ignoring them because I can't see them over here, so I won't name any names, but you know who you are, you degens.
Yeah, you guys know who you are.
Oh gosh. But yeah, it's cool what like VR can do. I still think it's awesome, like that, where people are like coming up with cool new things, right? And it's only getting better, you know.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for like VR in like 10 years. Like I saw I think it was HTC, but they posted like their timeline, like their plan for the next like 15 years, and basically in the end it was just like glasses they wanted.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I was like, we'll see if we get there. That'd be so cool though.
Would you be like down for like a full dive thing if like let's say that was like 100%?
I will be a test subject.
Yeah, like even with the risk, like let's say there's a risk like you get stuck in the game forever, SAO style, would you still be like, yes?
Oh no. Heck yeah. See, because in my head I'm like, to the point we get there, right? I'm probably gonna be like old.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just be an old cranky man just sitting there all day, so I might as well try that out. Put my mind in there or something.
And if it like kills you, it's fine. You're an old man, you've lived your life, so like rather die trying to live my life as an anime waifu or not, you know.
I want to be an anime girl, whatever.
Oh my god. You know, that's always been like a thing to me, like, you know, imagine in the future, like your future generations, let's say you start like a family and you have kids, right? And like, you know, they see like your old dusty headset or something, like you've kept it around and like now it's kind of like obsolete, and they're just like, you know, like, Papa, Daddy WarReaper, what's the headset for? What is that? What's that thing over there?
It'll be like a GameCube for us, you know?
Yeah.
We look at that thing, right? And we're like, that's ancient. It'll be on their like Index 8 in the future.
Yeah.
What is that thing?
I wonder what that is. Could you imagine trying to explain to your future generations that you used to be like an anime girl on the internet?
Oh boy, yeah, I could imagine. I'll just like pictures of me in game, but in real life, like, who's that? I'm like, that's me.
Yeah, that was me at one point, little Timmy.
little Timmy.
Little Timmy. Looks nothing like
that anime
you,
girl right there.
That's me and the boys, and he's like, boys? We got a lot of explaining to do, son. Got some stories to tell you about a simpler time when men could be anime girls on the internet. God. I know, like, it's funny because like now that I work at a school, right, like on the topic of explaining things to kids, I've had kids like ask me, because they think I'm younger than what I am, right? They all assume I'm like not 26, and they're like, you're like 19 or 20,
you
right?
look young, though.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. And so like they'll ask me like, you watch like anime, you like play video games, and of course I'll be like, yeah, I've watched a few shows, yeah, I play games, right? Because I feel like if you can relate to them, then like, you know, maybe they'll, you know, listen to you more, like be a little easier on you, right? So I was like, yeah, I do that. And so they'll be like, what games do you play? You play like Fortnite and stuff? And I'll be like, no, not Fortnite. Call of Duty? No Call of Duty. And I'll like, I try not to tell them that I play VR chat or VR. They'll be like, so what do you do? And I'll be like, I'd just like be very vague and be like, you probably have like zero interest in it or not even know what it is, right? Like, they'll be like, tell us anyway,
How
coach. I'd
old
be like,
are
I
they?
can't. They're like max 5th graders. That's like the oldest I
Like
deal
10.
with. Yeah, it's like they're like barely like 10 or 11 years old.
Yeah,
So
they're
like,
too young.
last thing I want to try and explain to them is like, yeah, I play on this thing called an index, and like I play a game called VR chat.
Oh yeah, that'd be a mess.
Yeah, no, it'd be terrible. So I just, the most I'll tell them is like I play like story games. And they'll be like, what's a story game?
Right.
And I'm like, you know, how Call of
Story,
Duty
yeah.
has like a campaign, or like Fortnite has like, I think lore. I don't know. I don't play Fortnite, but like I imagine it has like some kind of story to it. And I'd be like, think
Yeah,
of
there's some
that,
story.
but like it's single player and it's only
Story's
like
my
the
life.
story, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
they'll be like, Coach, that sounds boring.
Hmm.
And I'll be like, well, you know, I'm boring, I guess.
You're too young.
Yeah, you're too young to understand, you know, it is what it is.
Have you ever
God.
explained VR to your parents or anything?
Yeah, I've explained it to some, like mostly my mom. My dad doesn't care. He's like never home because he's always like working. So like, but my mom is sometimes home like pretty regularly, and she'll see me with like the stuff on, right? And so I've had to. She'll be like, "What even does all that stuff do?" And it's like, well, I go into like, think of like video game, but I go in it and control it with body. And she'll just look at me like,
Yeah.
what? And I'll be like, I don't know how else to explain it to you for your old brain to understand.
Mm.
But what about you? Do your parents, have your like parents ever like wondered about it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, when I first bought it, they're like, "What is that thing you just got?" So they're very like very boomer.
Yeah.
Like they don't know technology stuff too well. And I'm like, it's a VR headset, and they're like, what? Then they saw me put it on my head. I was like, look, and they're like, oh no, I don't like that. and yeah, I tried to explain to well, I didn't explain too much, but like, I just told them I watch movies in it, because before when I played VR, so I live with my parents still, and
yeah.
I used to play Beat Saber and my door was always open, but then at one point my mom was like, "Yo, you had that thing on your head and you're going like this in your room." I'm like, don't watch me, please. So I close my door now.
Yeah.
But
oh god.
Now what she thinks I do now is, I told her I just play that game, which I don't anymore, and I said I just watch movies all the time. Because one time she was like, I think I forgot to close my door, but she's like, "Oh, you had that thing on your head and you were just laying down on your side like this." And I was like, "Mom."
Oh gosh.
I'm like, yeah, I'm watching a movie. I mean, I technically was at the time, I remember, but you know, she doesn't know. They don't know anything about like the anime girl side.
Yeah.
I do not need to get in that area with them. They will not understand.
My mom
like
saw, because like she'll come in and out of my room sometimes, even when I'm streaming, every now and again, because like we have so much stuff in this like little apartment. So like sometimes we have some things like for my parents like somewhere in our closet over here that she'll come and like grab and stuff, right? Because we can't fit everything in like their closet or anything, so we have like a few things in here as well. And so she'll come in and out, and like one day I guess she got like curious because I was doing like a dance stream, and she like looked at my monitors. Now I turn off my monitor with OBS on it. I don't know how to leave it on anymore. And she was like, you know, I saw that like on your little computer game there that like whenever you moved, the character on the screen moved and stuff, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, why are you like playing like a girl character? And I was like, it's just a very effeminate boy character, I swear. It's like I tried to, because she knows about anime and stuff, so I like tried to explain to her, it's like, it's just like think of it as like one of those cartoon characters you've seen me like watch when I was younger and stuff. And she just kind of was like, gave me that look of like, I don't want to like listen to this explanation. I don't get it. It's weird, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so I try to. So now I turn the monitor off and like I try not to do too many weird things on stream if I know she's like home. I'll try and like mostly like I don't mind saying weird shit. Like I can speak it because my parents are immigrants, right? And so like they don't speak English very well, especially not my mom. So like I could talk about like the weirdest shit and like she might not understand much of it unless there's like swears in it, like swear words, because she knows swear words, right? But other than that, like I could talk about like Femboy. She wouldn't even know what a Femboy is. She's never heard this word in her life,
that's
right?
good.
So, you know. And luckily, I haven't had to explain like thigh highs theory or anything. Because I do wash them, and she has seen them. At least the knitted ones, which I passed off as like just warm socks.
Not the striped ones.
Yeah, not the striped. Yeah, not the striped ones that I have hidden in a special compartment somewhere else. So. Have you ever had to hide that stuff, or like, do you have any of that stuff? Do you hide it?
Let's see. So I was gonna comment earlier. So my mom has seen like VR chat. It was kind of funny. So I was in a public world. I was in near, and I was in desktop. And I remember I went to the restroom, and she was in my room when I came back, and she's like, you know, we're looking in a mirror, right?
Yeah.
And she thought I was watching an anime. She's like, is this one of those shows you watch? I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not me right there in the center.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the most I've seen of VR chat, I guess. But how about I had to hide stuff? Well, I'll say my mom is nosy. She's definitely very nosy. But she does give me a lot of personal space when she knows. But I think the most that's ever happened to me was like, I remember I shaved my legs before. And, it was like my first time doing it. After I go out there, like I go out to like the kitchen or whatever, right? And my mom I remember instantly, she just goes like this. She just looks down. She's like, oh. That's all she said. I'm like, okay. So that's the most she's seen, I guess. At least that I know of. That's the most she's
So no peering into like your thigh high stash or like anything else that like you might have just like hidden away yet.
Like I said, when I'm in the bathroom, sometimes she's lurking around, so...
Yeah, no,
who knows what she's seen.
I know for me, when I started finally like drinking in VR, and I was kind of doing it like somewhat behind my parents' back, because I was like, they don't like me drinking. Now they just kind of tolerate it. They're like, we'll let you do it, just stop being sneaky about it. It's, you know, like, because they were out of state earlier, like toward the end of last year, and so like that's when I was like, oh shit, like I should start drinking now, right? Like I can finally, like, I have money from like Twitch, I have friends that like have parties, and like, you know, I'm well past the drinking age at this point. I just never really had a reason to, right? So I was like, maybe VR is like, because like I was always afraid of drinking out like at bars or going anywhere else like outside of my house to drink because of like paranoia and stuff, right? So I figured, you know, I'll just order some alcohol on like Amazon, it'll get here, I'll drink in my room in VR, right? Worst case scenario, I get drunk, I'll just fall onto my bed and pass out, right? Like, you know, at least I'm in my room and like inside my house where I won't like get taken advantage of in any like real way that would like harm me physically, right? And then when my parents got back from like their trip out of state to visit family, I had to throw the bottles away because I still had them hidden. I was like, oh god, they're empty. Where do I throw them away to? and
Yeah.
you know, needless to say, I didn't really have anywhere to throw them, and so I was just kind of Hail Marying and hoping that like if I throw them in our recycling bin, and you know, just kind of hope and pray that it's like that my mom doesn't like glance into there and like really looks at it, right? Because it was, you know, I did it at like 2 or 3 in the morning when like everyone was like passed out, right? I threw them out, and I hoped, and like the next, I think 2 or 3 days, when she finally started throwing some stuff in the recycling bin, she like confronted me, was like, so I saw these bottles. And that's when I knew, I was like, fuck, damn it.
No, the one time.
She was like, have you been drinking like alcohol, like and all that? And I was like, I only did it a little bit while you were gone. And she was like, you know, the typical like disappointed parent, because doing it behind their back and stuff, right? But you know, she was like, at least it's with your money, right? You are old enough, but like, Jesus Christ, that's like a whole ass bond. And I told her like, no, it wasn't like in one day, it was like over a few weekends. You know, I was like, you know, and she was like, that's not any better, but you know what, at least you didn't freaking chug it all or something. And then I made one mistake when she was letting me drink, where I like poured myself a bunch of Jack Daniels, and I passed out blackout drunk on my floor, and then I had to have like another talk with her about like, I swear I don't have a problem, I just did not pace myself very well. I was like, listen, Mom, it's not that bad, I just didn't pace myself very well. And I haven't gotten blackout drunk very often since. I did throw up on my floor once, but that wasn't so much because of the alcohol, it's because I ate a lot of food, and eating a lot of greasy food plus alcohol within like the hour of eating that greasy food don't sit very well apparently. So I just kind of suffered the consequences, and I guess I didn't make it to the bathroom. I just know for a fact that I managed to take my headset off and stuff, but I didn't manage to get to the bathroom. So and then I woke up to my mom cleaning up the puke on the floor, and I was like,
no. I can explain.
It was the pizza, I swear. But I've been good since then. I've been in Scouts honoring, even though I'm not a Scout, that like I won't drink to that amount again. So, or at least be safer. Yeah, which I will be drinking later after this, so.
Oh, I do be a Saturday. Oh.
Yeah, do be the Saturday. We compromised to once a month drinking, and this is gonna be my one time of the month.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you told me that last time I talked to you.
Yeah. How often do you drink? Like, and are your parents just kind of like whatever about it?
Never.
Or... Oh, you don't drink?
I did not.
No. I thought you did.
I'm
I don't
the
know
rare
why.
breed. Yeah, a lot of people do. I mean, it's just because I always hang out with people that are drinking and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But I can still have a good time, you know?
No, yeah. I used to be the same way, so. But then I got like curious, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe it wouldn't hurt to like drink in VR.
Yeah, I'm not against it completely. Like, I'm not like, if I started, my parents wouldn't care too much, to be honest, because everyone in my house drinks and all that. But I don't know, I just never been interested really, but I'll probably try it someday. Why not? It seems like it'd be fun.
I feel like as someone that was like the same, where it's like I don't have the interest in it and like all that, it's, to me, it's only become fun when I'm like in a social thing in like VR. I can't do it by myself. I wouldn't just casually drink like I know some people do, right? Like that thought just kind of is like, you know, what's the point? Right? I want it to be like, because it's so much more fun going up to someone and be like, you, cheers, and like taking a shot with them, right? Like, and like I made a lot of friends that way too, because like sometimes I don't even know somebody, but like they'll be in the same instance where I'm drinking, and I'll be like, drinks, and they'll be like, of course, and I'll be like, cheers with me then. I've met so many people while drunk. It's funny, and then I'll like, sometimes I don't remember them, and I'll pretend like I did, and then it just ends up turning into like an actual like friendship at that point, and it's like, oh shoot, You know, this is probably why I added you while I was drunk, because you're actually pretty cool. I don't remember anything we spoke about, but it's cool. You're nice, so I'll keep
that's
talking
happened a lot
to you.
to me actually.
Yeah.
There's been a couple people I met from like a weekend that are like, "Oh, you're that guy." Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, hey."
Yeah. Yeah, you have the sober POV of like, you know, like you have to deal with all the drunk people.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm used to it. It's never that bad or anything. Everyone's just having fun.
So when you go to like events and stuff, you're just, because I know you go with like, I imagine you go with like Riley and like Oshi and them, right? Like to like the tube
the
events and
boys,
stuff,
the
and like
boys.
and like shelter. Yeah, you don't need the drinks to
I
go
haven't
ham
been
with
to any
them.
in a while, but
I just haven't been to any at all yet.
I just danced there. I got my waters, you know.
Yeah.
I have all the waters.
Yeah.
I'll say I think it's like 50-50, but half the time people ask me to drink and I'm like, I have water. they're either like, oh, okay, that's fine, or they're like, all right, next person.
Yeah. No, for me it's very much like I know like you're not the only person I know that like doesn't drink, that'll like come to the things and like drink with us, and I'll be like, if you got water shot, because like I definitely think despite it being in VR and in your own house, like you still have the people that are like, I'd imagine you'd encounter in real life, that are like very peer pressure-y to like, they want you to like drink more and stuff, or they like try and get you to like, you know, just go grab something and like take a shot with me, right? So, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm definitely no saint. When I know someone has alcohol, I definitely like
pressure.
Yeah, I don't like to pressure people into it, but if you are drinking, I'll definitely try my best to get you fucked up. Like, that's the most I'll do, right? But I'll never look at someone and be like, you know, like, you don't have anything to drink? Like, go get something. Like, find something now, and then, like, I'll wait for you, and, like, we'll take a shot. Because I think that's kind of fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
Peer pressure is stinky. It's bad.
It do be stinky.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of crazy though. There's like some people I know who drink in this game like every day actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, how are you alive? Like, I don't know. Like, I know someone's been doing that for like years. They said like they drink every day for like years. I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, are you okay?
Their liver has to be like the size of a freaking like basketball or something, dude. Like that is. There's no way.
Yeah.
I'd love to see like the test results from like a physical from them. Like, holy shit, how much alcohol is in their body?
Yeah.
Just coursing
not only
through their
that too, but
veins.
the amount of like money they spend.
Yeah.
Like they told me a bit. I'll just say it's in the thousands. They said on how much they buy a month on alcohol. I'm like.
Yeah, because if they're not a lightweight, then, you know, because like lightweights got it cheap, right? Like they don't have to spend a lot because they get drunk real fast, right? But like if he's like kind of like a heavyweight, if it takes him a bit to like get drunk, then that's a lot of money, right? That's it's a good deal because you're buying a shit ton, because you're going through bottles trying to get like to that point where you like, depending on the person, some people want to get blackout drunk, so they drink until they like pass the fuck out. You know, so damn, that's crazy. I stopped after I saw like I was spending like a couple hundreds of dollars a month when I was drinking like every weekend, like Friday and Saturday, and I was like, okay, I need to not. I was like,
yeah, I think that's one reason why I don't drink as well, because like I said earlier, I'm kind of cheap. Like I like saving money, and I know how pricey that stuff can be. I've heard. So I'm like, do I really want to be spending this much for like a weekend?
Yeah, that's why I've also like agreed to that once a month thing with my parents. I was like, it's a lot cheaper now, because like
that sounds nice,
you know, I spend, I think, because a bottle of Smirnoff is like 27 bucks, and like a bottle of like soda to mix it with is like another $2-3, I think, right? So it's like what, 30 bucks for like 2 to 3 months worth of like shots with like, you know, people on like a weekend. right?
Oh, that long, really?
Yeah, like I don't, cause I'm like,
See,
I'm not a heavyweight. Like one bottle of Smirnoff, like a decently sized one, right? That'll last me like 2 to 3 months, cause like I think I go by like thirds, so like a third of the bottle each time like I drink. So
right.
yeah.
See, I never drink or anything, and like sometimes the people I hang out with, they say they do like a whole bottle in a night. So I'm like, Jesus, man.
Oh God, no, I couldn't do that. I would 110% not be able to. I'd black out before finishing it. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, geez.
Oh God, Jesus.
I'm curious though how I would like act and how much I could handle as well. That's one reason I want to try.
That's why I wanted to try too. I wanted to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for me, I'm a lot more talkative or like social. Like I don't feel that like energy, like that social energy battery that I have like die out at all. Like I'm ready to talk to someone until I pass out, right? Like doesn't matter. Like I will keep talking until I'm dead on the floor. Right? But and then like I'll just run through like almost every emotion depending on how I'm feeling. Like I've gone through like I've had like my sad like emotions, right? Like I remember like one night I got like blackout drunk. I was like, there was a point where I like cried because I was like what is it? Everyone's telling me I wasn't like sad because of like depresso, but I was sad because I was like, you know, I'd never drank to that point, right? Of like not being able to stand up anymore and feeling like I'm going to pass out. And so like I was like crying like I'm not gonna be able to stream tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up with like a hangover. Like everyone's gonna be like disappointed in me and stuff. And like as kind of like that, like that's why I was sad. And then immediately after that I 180'd and then just got like horny. So that was like I bounced back only to like wanna fuck essentially. And so it was like the weirdest thing. Oh my God. And then I woke up the next day fine. I learned that I don't get hangovers like at all, like from drinking. It's crazy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, it's probably like the only talent I really have, like the most niche skill, you know, that I have is I can drink and not have a headache the next day.
I feel like it's because you manage it well.
Probably.
At least I think so.
Yeah, I do drink water at some point. Not like not like, you know, I don't like go like, okay, after a few shots water. It's more just like I'll keep drinking, and then like if somebody reminds me to drink water at some point, or if I remember, I'll drink some water. I'll chug a bit of water. And I pee a lot, so I don't know if peeing a lot helps like minimize that too. Like I have such a small bladder. Like I'll pee like 3 or 4 times every time I drink at some point. Like I'll leave to the bathroom. It's crazy.
Oh no.
I think it'd be fun. If you do ever drink, I want to be there, so let me know.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll let you know. There's a bit of people that want to see me and want to be there for the first time.
Yeah.
Definitely be an interesting night.
Definitely. Maybe on like a birthday. Maybe like when is your birthday actually? Like did it pass already?
My birthday? It's in July.
Oh,
July
so it did
6th.
pass.
That's my birthday.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we could just like maybe on like a birthday, like have that be like your like one time of that month to like drink or something, or maybe New Year's if you want. Like,
I was actually thinking on my next birthday. I probably will try.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. I know for me, like the night I first started kind of drinking was on a New Year's, I think. Cause it was like
it's a popular time.
Yeah, I forget the specific reason, but I just remember like there was something happening that specific New Year's where I was like, I want to drink, right? And my mom and dad kind of gave me like the okay. They were like, all right, like, you know, it's whatever, just yeah. And then they left out of state, and then I was like, I could do it again. Oh gosh. But anyway, how's the art stuff? Like, what got you into art? Since you mentioned that at one point, like, what did you?
What got me into art? Oh, Okay. Well, this is a story. Let's see. Well, I first got into art like I was super young. I was probably like 5 years old, but basically my uncle is a tattoo artist, and
Ooh.
I remember I walked into his house. I went over to their house because I was seeing my cousin, and right away he was drawing on a chalkboard, and he drew like a tiger, like a realistic tiger on a chalkboard with chalk. And I was like,
Okay.
I'm like, ooh, that's cool. Then in my cousin's room as well, he was also painting Kratos from God of War fighting a Hydra
Yo. Oh, that sounds so cool.
on the wall. So I was
Yo.
like, I'm like, that's kind of cool. I wanna try that.
Yeah.
So basically, my uncle's what started my interest in drawing. But in high school, so our high school had a drawing class for 1 year, but then they took it out because they thought the class was useless. That's what they said.
Wow.
And I remember our drawing teacher became like our drawing teacher started crying. I remember, but
Yeah, because that's messed up.
high school is where I started to try a little more. Then after high school, after I graduated, I just went straight to my uncle's tattoo shop, and I was a tattoo apprentice for a year.
Yo.
And, that's where I learned a lot. I did some tattoos, I did like 5 around there.
So like, let's say like if we were like all to meet up and like you had like a tattoo pen, could you give us a sick tattoo?
It's been a while, but I should be able to, yeah.
Yo.
I'm pretty sure I still remember. I haven't. So yeah, that was after high school. But after like I stopped doing tattoos because it was pretty nerve-wracking,
Yeah.
I got to a point where I was just like, I'm like, man, like the first tattoo I did, I actually shook in fear. Like not fear, nervousness.
Yeah,
I never
anxiety
had
and
that
all
before.
that.
My hand was shaking because I was tattooing my uncle, and I remember
Oh,
he's
boy.
eyeballing me while I'm tattooing him. Like, he's like, don't be nervous, don't shake, okay? I'm like, yeah, sure. Then like he's staring at me while I'm tattooing him, also teaching me. All the other artists are behind me. My friends over there recording me, and I'm like, yeah, don't be nervous, got it.
Yeah, don't be nervous. It's like a million eyes are just like watching you and like hounding your every move. Oh my gosh.
But I got to a point too, just the random people I was more like stressed out about. Everything I did where it was on my friends, and what's it called? I don't know. It was a combo of me just being afraid to mess people up, and also like I also just didn't like what people came in with sometimes, because you hear some weird ideas, let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
some people
I'd
have
imagine.
the strangest minds and what they want tattooed.
Yeah. No, I've seen a few like of like the horror stories of like things, because of like there'll be like those Twitters or like Tumblrs back in the day, or like just something that's like dedicated to like really weird or like bad tattoos and stuff, and I've seen some weird things, right? Like and then there's that one tattoo show on TV where they would like fix really bad tattoos and stuff, right? And even those were kind of like weird ideas, right? So I forget the name of the show, but it was cool to watch.
I've watched some, but yeah, there's definitely some weird ones, and I'm just like, in my head, I was like, I don't want to draw this. Like, that's one reason I stopped too, because I was like, I want to draw my own thing. So after, after like a year, I stopped doing the tattoo stuff, and I started digital art, and so I had a drawing tablet first. I got sorry. So it's before I had a PC, but I had a Kindle Fire Amazon tablet, and I downloaded a free drawing app, and I was drawing with my fingers. And so the tattoo place was the only like actual work I had. Yeah. Otherwise, I just draw at home and make money. That's what I do. But so I started doing like all this stuff, and that's kind of when I got involved in the VR chat community too, because I was making stuff for a bunch of streamers, right?
Yeah.
Like emotes and stuff, but I I didn't have a PC yet, so I'm drawing with my fingers on the on the tablet, right?
Oh gosh.
And I did that to the point where I got enough money to buy a PC and a drawing tablet. So,
Oh dang.
That's
really good. Yeah,
that's why I
emotes
started
pay
with
well.
Digital art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they paid pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started that. I got my PC. Then I got a drawing tablet. That's when I also started streaming art too. I was just learning a lot, but yeah, years go by. I stopped doing commissions now. Well, cause I was trying to so my whole thing is I just try to work from home. I try to make the passive income and stuff. But I had a bit ago I had online stores where I sold some stuff. I sold some shirts with designs on them.
Yeah.
But recently they all got taken down for copyright. Big stinky. But that's okay. More time to focus on Booth. But Booth is what I'm trying to do now.
Yeah, Booth makes a lot of money
if you like.
stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a gem.
Like if you sell stuff
like
at the right price for the right models, I feel like you'll just instantly
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, right now I just do Booth and I just draw random stuff for fun. Like I drew the last actual drawings I did. Well, I drew Riley. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I
drew
think
Riley
that
and
was one of the
Oshino.
first things I saw. When I think it was around the time when I first actually started talking to Riley and following him back finally. Because this is I think this is before he really took off on TikTok, right? I'd imagine this is earlier on. I think. I can't remember when, but I do remember seeing I think it was the first time I'd seen your name ever on Twitter was him posting the artwork or something, or if you posted it, I can't remember. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right. That looks really good. I don't think I saw Oshi's though, because I don't think I knew Oshi at that point at all. I think I only knew Riley. Oshi I think I stumbled upon through Riley's chat every now and again, since I would be there. Then I found out he made stuff.
Those people are wonderful.
I
could go on about how great they all are.
I could imagine. Yeah, I feel the same way, right? I bully Riley a lot, but I do think he's very talented in what he does. So at some point I should have him on this.
I remember. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I remember I heard Riley talk about you a couple times. I'd be talking to them, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go play games with Kitty." I'm like, "Who is this Kitty guy talking about?" And yeah, I checked out your stream. And yeah, I remember when I checked out your stream, the first thing I heard from you was you doing your what was it? You have a redeem for a RAR. That's the first thing I heard when I tuned into your stream.
Roar.
Yeah.
Like that?
But just, yeah, it was that one.
Yeah.
Good Chad Roar. That's the first thing I heard from you.
I love doing that to people. Where it's just I do the two light ones and the third one's just the bassy one.
Yeah.
Because I have a bit of a vocal range and I like to abuse that when I can.
Oh yeah, you sing too. Yeah, I've actually lurked in your streams quite a bit. I've seen you sing and dance a couple of times. I'm dances to Marshall. I like this guy.
Based Marshall enjoyer.
Did you see? I don't know if it passed already. Either passed or it's sometime this week. But
the Marshall-a-thon thing.
There's yeah, the Marshall.
Yeah, I think it passed.
24-hour.
Yeah, I think it passed. But I remember they updated the world and they had the golden Marshall statue and the little plushie and stuff, right?
What? Wait, I didn't see that.
Wait, you didn't see the golden Marshall statue? Oh my god, he was it's right in the the lobby area where the desk is and there's the fireplace and stuff, right? Off to the side, the chilling area. Yeah, there's just a golden Marshall statue there and he's just double cheeked up and man, the shit was fire.
my
Our
boy, give him the
boy,
praise he
dude.
deserves.
Yeah, I wonder
know
if he
what's
knows
funny?
about VR chat and like how we love him.
Yeah, I was just about to comment that.
Yeah.
So, I remember I saw a tweet. Someone added Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh, another dance to the fitness Marshall," on Twitter, and he was just like, his comment was just like, "What?" And the person was like, "Oh, are you not aware? There's a whole cult of people that dance to you every day."
Yeah, no.
And-
Oh god.
but I would love to show him more, honestly. He
Yeah.
has no idea.
No,
actually
he has
no
no
how many
clue.
people dance to him.
Yeah, no, I don't even remember how I like I just did like the I think it's like Pai Pai or Poi Poi Dance World, the one before like the new one that came
Pai
out. That's
Pai,
like yeah,
yeah.
Pai Pai, I think, right? That one, and then I got
Mhm.
like the song list on stream, right? For like my chat, because they have like the whole like list somewhere in like a document that you can link to. I had that for my chat to like request what songs I dance to, right? To kind of give them a little bit of liberty. And then I guess at some point somebody like requested like a Marshall one, right? And I was like, I love his energy. Like I don't know what about, like I loved him. Like the second that I saw him, and I was like, I'm only dancing to this man from now on. Like I don't, the Just Dance songs are great and all, they're fun, but like
blessed.
I need someone to like
His
just
commentary.
yeah, his commentary and how flamboyant he is. I love him so much. Like the little stories he comes up with, like now we're just gonna go like wave to Rebecca and stuff, and like fuck you, Stacy. Like you know, like, it's just great.
Actually.
Oh my god, I love him so much.
You need to come
see a
dance with
VR
us
chat.
sometime.
I do. It's so much harder for me to dance like later in the day because like I'm on the second floor and like my parents are home if it's later.
Pretty early, right?
Yeah. So like the earlier the better because it's less likely that people are home, right? And it's also less likely for my mom to walk in and like see me like twerk or something, right? So yeah. Last thing I want is any more like awkward encounters with my mom and being like, yes, I was like, she'll be like, why were you on the floor doing like some kind of like pelvic thrust or whatever, you know? Like I don't need that. There's this game man that I dance along to. It would be, yeah. But I have to do it in the mornings now, especially now with my job. I can't. I'm not home till like around 7, 8.
Schedule.
Yeah. So it's a kind of unfortunate. And most times I don't even have the energy to get in VR. I'm just like dead. So kind of sad. But one day, whenever I have a day off or something. Yeah, I think that's what like really got me like talking to Oshi. We actually danced to
those so much.
Yeah.
Like we could probably do like we dance like to Marshall so much where some songs we just know everything he says in the song. Like we know the whole script.
God, I remember I took a break from dancing and at one point I was like, I finally came back to it again and like it's been a while since I danced to Marshall, but like there was still some of that muscle memory, you know, where it's like I don't remember what he says or does in the video, but for some reason I still kind of remember the choreography pretty decently. And so like it's like instinctually I'll just like dance along to it and it's great.
Yeah.
God, I love him so much.
What's your favorite song from his?
Honestly, just because of like the meme behind it and stuff, it's Tequila. I like Tequila the most. That one's just kind of because like there's a mod in my chat. I don't even know if he's in chat right now or like lurking, but like I know that's like his favorite song, and it's like the one song that I would like dance along to with like a bunch of friends too. And so it's just fun like being in like a line with like a bunch of friends just doing like the tequila la, 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 and, like just kind of doing that and like right. So like every time I play I'll be like it's my boy Meep is my mod. I'm like this is my boy's favorite song. I gotta do it every time. Yeah, shout out to my boy Meep. And so like I'll just do it every time, be like da, 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 da. It's great. Aside from that one though, I really like what is it, the oh gosh, what I'm so bad at it, Alejandro because of the whole like thing that he does, like the Alejandro one, right? Just because that whole like love story thing that he has going on and like the lore of it, right? You know, it's like I'm not your man. Roberto, gotta say goodbye to you, man. I love him so much. Oh god.
Yeah,
It's
he's so
great.
good. I like well, every time we dance, at the end of our like dance session, we do like the same like songs. The last like 3 songs are always the same, and it's Light Switch,
Light Switch
Puppet,
is good. Oh, Puppet.
and
Oh,
and oh no, I always forget the name of our final one. It's a Justin Timberlake song, but I can't remember the name.
is
I
it
always
Cry Me a
forget every
River?
time.
Or is it
No,
Can't
not
Stop
that
the Feeling?
one. That one, yeah. Can't
That,
Stop
oh
the
my
Feeling,
gosh.
yeah.
I love doing that one, but my legs
We
will
end on
always
that one.
suffer like the consequences doing that like
Yeah.
last, you know, the
Oh,
know,
yeah,
level
that's a lot of
1
leg movement.
follow me, but level 2
Follow me.
Oh
If you want
god.
level 2, follow.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so fun though. Like Jesus Christ, I've been getting better at it though, and like not dying too severely when doing it, especially since I've been doing a lot of cardio at the gym and like jumping jacks and stuff. It's kind of helped a bit.
Getting fit. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to
Getting the
run around a
muscle.
lot at TwitchCon. Dude, my calves, ever since I've like, you know, because it's been like I think a few months now, my calves, like I flexed them one day just to kind of see, because I was like, I couldn't really see much muscle
They're
before,
massive.
right? And like I flexed them, and it's like you can see, like, you know, like some people when they got that calf muscle, it, like sticks out a bit and it does like a little bit of like that shape, right? That little curvature. I have that like I have that like really pronounced now because of it. And I'm just like, Jesus, my calves have never been this like, you know, flexed out before. Like, man, not even when I ran cross country in high school.
Solid calves.
Yeah, my legs are strong. One of my kids was like, what is it? Cause like you can kind of, I look like it, like I work out and stuff, right? I don't have abs or anything, but like, you know, if you saw me physically, you'd be like, okay, yeah, he definitely goes to the gym. One of my kids was like, Coach, do you like have abs or something, or like work out? And I was like, I don't have abs, but like I work out. And then like, you know, they're like, why don't you like play soccer with us? And I was like, because I'm bad at soccer, but I'll kick the ball for you guys and stuff. And like you kick really hard, because they want me to like send it flying, right? And they're like, you kick so hard, coach, how strong are your legs? And I was like, you want to just like poke my calf really quick?
Flex the calves.
Yeah, because like I wear pants to work, I don't wear shorts, so like they can't see my legs, right? But I'll be like, you know, I was like, you can poke my calf if you want to like see it. And they'd be like, oh my god, coach, that's like rock hard. And I'll be like, yep, that's what the gym do, baby.
Olympic athlete. Oh.
And they'll like ask me for like tips and stuff and like all that stuff, and I'm just like run and like do cardio, just, you know, you'll get there, right? If you have a gym, you know, I mean, you're probably still too young for a gym, you're not even a teen yet, so maybe not the gym, but like do some squats, you know, run a few laps, a few miles, right? You know, keep playing soccer. You'll have legs like mine, or probably even better in no time, honestly, because I feel like soccer is so much more demanding than what I do, honestly. I just do like a step machine and some running every now and again, right? So, but nowhere near the same level as like soccer or what I used to do in like cross country. Have you ever done sports? Are you a sporty boy?
Yeah, so in middle school, I played basketball for 2 years. I was on a team.
Yo.
Not for the school though. It was like a local team in the city. Then in high school, I played volleyball for 4
Yo,
years.
let's go volleyball. Wait, how tall are you then?
Yeah. I'm 5'10".
Oh, okay, I was gonna say
It's not the tallest.
you're taller than me though, that's for sure.
Not the tallest for volleyball.
Yeah, but like I feel like you don't even need the height for volleyball as long as you can jump. Because I was like, when I first played, I was like 5'6", but I could still clear the net. Like I could jump high enough to like spike a ball over like the 14-foot net anyway. So like people would look at me and be like, So look at that dude. He's so small. There's no way he could play volleyball properly. And then I
Oh,
come up to the net and just like, heck you.
Oh,
I
roll
don't
in.
need height. I can just jump.
yeah. I could kind of spike, but my school took volleyball pretty seriously. So there wasn't
Yeah.
a team, like a male team, but me and my friends were we were super invested in volleyball, and we played every year.
Mhm.
And we ended up being like practice for the girls varsity team because our teacher was like, it's like, you know, you got. Okay, not trying to sound like sexist, right? But he said,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, you girls should verse these guys because they're a lot stronger than like the other girl team and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was like, and he thought we were good practice, and yeah, I think we're pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Kinda gaming.
Mhm,
But I
mhm.
was libero. I was the guy in the back, the one that receives.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't spike too much.
I didn't too
But
much either because of like again I was like shorter, right? But I played it in like mostly like
Mhm.
8th grade, 7th, 6th, right? I didn't play it much in high school because my high school was like super serious with volleyball too. Like they were like hella competitive, and I'm not super competitive myself, right? So like I couldn't keep up with them, right? Because like my high school, like they had like in
Right.
the gym like banners for like years we've won championships, and like volleyball, soccer, and football had like the most consecutive ones. Like there was just like rows of just like volleyball, 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 and I'm just like, yeah, ain't no way that I'm gonna like live up to my high school standards because I was okay. I was better at serving than playing the game. Like my serves were sick back in like 8th grade. But
Ah.
you know, when you get to high school, everyone knows how to serve, right? Like it's like I need something else to kind of make me
Yeah,
better.
I was a server too. Serving is definitely
Mm.
something I liked a lot more. That's why I wanted to spike
Yeah.
more.
Mm-hmm.
But I did the jump serves. That's what I was practicing. They're kind of hard to do sometimes.
Yeah. No,
But
it was fun.
see, it was hard to improve because like I took it as a class in school, right? Volleyball every year, but
Mhm.
every semester we change like classes. So like after like 5 months or 6 months, by the time people learned how to play, that we switched class, like the new semester starts. And since I
Yeah.
took it every time, I'm over here like still like, you know, I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you were the Chad.
I
Oh.
know what I'm doing,
You're stuck in the desktop VR mode.
yeah, I'm the Chad.
Mm. That was kind of like
Uh,
me with like middle
So
school
yeah,
and
but then
stuff.
new people appeared and didn't know anything.
Mm.
I was like, oh, I can't get better like this.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. But it's still a fun. It's still my favorite
Mhm.
sport. Like even though I didn't play it, I was in my school's
Ah,
like news team because my high school had like a newsroom thing, and we would live stream our sports events, right? And so like I would still like stay back like and like you know sit in that classroom like live streaming or helping the live stream run with like the volleyball games specifically because I didn't care about the football games or like the soccer games as much, but like volleyball I would be
me
like
too.
yes, like I would watch and just like I don't know, volleyball is the only sport I can get like really hyped for even if I'm not like in the stadium. I can only get hyped for soccer if I'm like watching it live in person, and then like other sports like they just they don't appeal to me like in the slightest, unfortunately. Like I can't stand baseball. I don't understand
Yeah,
how
I'm
that
the
game
same.
works. But volleyball is just so
Baseball.
hype.
Yeah. I remember my grandpa took me to a baseball game before, and I was like,
Mm.
I fell asleep almost. I was like,
Oh
yeah, this is kind
god.
of crazy.
No, I tried to watch it with like I forget who. It was like someone in my family I tried to watch it with, and it was on TV, and it's just like I just went back up to my room like after like before they call them like innings. I didn't even make it through like one inning. I just didn't know what the heck was going on, or like I didn't understand it, right? Like I don't know, it just seemed boring, right? Like I remember my dad bought me like a baseball video game back on like the PlayStation 1, and I only played it because I thought it was funny because you could like run characters into each other and they'd fall over, and that was like the entirety of my playtime on that baseball game was just me starting up a game. I didn't know what team was good, I didn't care, I just knew once the game started and I was outfield, I could just run my character into someone else and then they'd go and like fall over, and that like was the funniest shit to my little kid brain at the time. I was like, I don't know what this is at all, but like it's really funny when I make them go poof. They fall over.
Yeah.
It's comical.
Mm.
This is really funny. So that's all I did for the most part.
Yeah. Other than volleyball though, I played basketball too, so I have like a small interest in basketball, but not anymore. I don't really care for it. Then I watch like the Super Bowl every year, and that's about it.
The only reason I look forward to the Super Bowl is because of all the food. That's the only reason.
Exactly.
Like there's hella pizza and like wings and stuff, and it's like it's like my one day to like severely pig out, right? And just kind of like like my dad'll like I'll go downstairs to get the food, and my dad'll be like, "You want to watch the game?" It's like, "Nah, I'm just here for the food, man." Like. I'm sorry, I don't like football, man.
Yeah,
like...
this game's interesting. Shoving wings.
Yeah, I like how that one dude picked up the ball and like ran it.
That guy did the thing.
Yeah, he kicked it and it went in between the things and like woo, it's crazy.
Whoa, yeah.
Woo.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's funny because I played flag football too at one point, but
too.
like playing it's different than watching. I feel so. It is
true.
You know, fun to play, but I don't know. Watching it's just different.
You know, it's funny. Like when I gotta get my hair cut, right? Like my barber, he's like super into baseball, football, like every sport.
Yeah.
And he's always like, "Oh, did you see the Seahawks? Did you see?"
Oh, he tries to make small talk with you.
And I'm. Hey, listen, I've been going to this guy for like 7 years. I already told him like I don't watch sports, but he's still he's like, "Oh yeah, did you see that?" And I'm like, "Yep, yeah, I saw him."
Yeah. Just kind of lie your way through it. Oh god, or just kind of like, like smile and wave. Yeah. God. Wait, do you have long hair or do you keep your hair short? Since we're on the topic of like haircuts.
I got the short hair, I
got the short hair.
I got the fade on the side and a little bit on top.
See, I do something similar. It's like the fade on the sides, but the top of my hair is like still long. So like my bangs still like they're not as long as they used to be because I cut them a little bit. Yeah, it used to be a lot longer. But I cut my hair because I got so annoyed of having like long hair with my headset because like my hair would sometimes come down into my face through the headset or something, or like strands of hair would get stuck, and I was like, you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm gonna cut my hair a little shorter than I normally do, or like back to length I had it in like high school, right? I regretted it now because I'm like, like I made so much progress, and like how hair is, right? Like it takes a long time for it to like, if you want it to get long, right? It takes a bit of time, right? To get there. And so I think I had been growing it for a full like year and a half or almost 2, and I just kind of like undid that progress, and so now I'm like slowly getting back to it again. Right now my bangs only go down to my nose. They used to go like to my chin and a little like lower, so there's still a good amount of progress to be made, right? Like I also partly cut it because like my mom was like, long hair, and guys shouldn't have long hair kind of thing, right? I was like,
I don't like it.
Yeah, but then at this point in my life, I'm like, you're not the one rocking the haircut, I am, right? Like, if you don't like it, that's fine. I'm not trying to impress you, right? Like, you're not the one at the end of the day that I'm like trying to like get the approval from, right? It's anyone else. If like my cousins think it looks cool, if like friends think it looks fine, then awesome, right? And everyone else was like, yeah, it looks good, right? My mom is like one of my few naysayers, everyone's got a hater. For me, it's my mom in most cases. She likes to freaking like be like, oh, that doesn't look good on you, or whatever. Like, oh, I don't like the way that looks, and it's like,
my kind of said the same before.
They have standards. Like, nah, I'm not trying to meet yours.
Yeah. When I grow my hair out, my hair just curls more, so I get like an afro. Like after I graduated high school, that's like the first time I grew my hair out. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna see anyone for like a year, so I just grew my hair out for a year.
Yeah, that was kind of my mentality. That was mine.
I look so stupid. Like when when I took the headset off, right, I just have a dent going through the center of my head. I'm like,
Oh my god.
no.
I kind of do too because
I got out of
like
the
I
kitchen,
slick
my
it
mom
back.
laughed at me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think everyone gets like, unless you like comb your hair a certain way or have it a certain length, but I'm pretty sure everyone gets like that somewhat of a dent down the middle. I definitely
Headset
do.
dent?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the headset dent, right? One time I wanted to like play around with
I mean,
it,
yeah,
so
it
like
could
I
even be
saw it and I
both.
just kind of like combed my hair like split down the middle with the headset dent. Like after I was like, I want to see what that looks like. Yeah, I used it as like a way to comb, and I was like,
Oh, no.
this looks terrible, but I like laughed at it for like a solid minute. I was like, I look
Yeah.
awful. But I was curious. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? It's split down the middle. I've never combed my hair like this before. Let's see how bad it looks. And you know, I didn't even take a picture. It was so
Yeah,
bad.
for
I was
sure,
like,
yeah.
can't let anyone see this. Oh my
No one
god.
gets
This is for my eyes and mine
For sure,
alone.
everyone gets one though. It's
Hmm.
like even like people with like a buzz cut. Like have you seen Tyler One? Like
Tyler's
this guy's almost
head.
bald and he takes off his
Yeah.
headset and his head is
Yeah.
dented.
His-
Like,
Oh my god, I love that so much. That's like one of my favorite like Tyler One
Yeah, so
images next to
funny.
like him and like the tall like reporter lady. Him just like looking up at
oh yeah, the one that's like 6'1" or something.
Yeah, and he's just looking up and he's like, yeah, I'm a giant. I'm 6'4", says Tyler One, as there's like images of him looking up at like almost everyone. I love him. He's like the funniest
so
dude, I
funny.
swear. And like I knew of him before he even like had like the more humble and like I guess genuine persona that he is now, because like when I first discovered him
During his toxic days.
yeah, I discovered him because there's this old League of Legends YouTuber called Disco Heat. I don't know if you've ever like heard of that channel or like watched his videos. And like you like League creators you watch. I'm not sure if you keep up with any, but he's an Aussie man, and he used to have this series where he would like, you know, just show a bunch of like clips and like footage of like toxic people within the League community, right? Like notoriously toxic players, right, to look out for, kind of thing. And on one of the episodes he did Tyler One, right? And he was streaming in like his old college dorm room and stuff, right? Like, you know, playing his Draven and stuff, and like he just run it down, right? Like it's just clips of him like just running it down, saying shit to people, right? And just like, you know, that stone face, like staring directly like forward the whole time, just being pissed and shit, right? And I'm just like, man, this dude sucks. But I kind of want to just watch him because he's such a it's so funny to watch him get angry.
Funny.
So I kept watching him. Like I looked him up and like found out that he has like a YouTube channel that he streams, so I started watching his stuff, right? And then I watched him progressively become like, yeah, no, I watched him go from like college dorm to like in his, I think he was in like a like what are those called, like a freaking mobile home thing or something, like, you know, just not in his college dorm anymore, and to like now he has like his house, right? Like I saw the progression, right? And like he went from like this toxic asshole that like, you know, nobody likes, but they watch him because it's like watching like a car crash, right? You just kind of want to see the shit show, right? To like yeah, to like now where it's like he's genuinely like 180'd it. Like most of the toxicity is a character, right? Like he's you know, the like the yeah, I'm like unstoppable. It's like it's kind of a character now. Like yeah, he gets pissed, but like it's not even so much out of like toxicity now or like genuinely hating people. It's out of like that competitive sport that he has, because he's competitive. He's like a very aggressive competitor.
This guy streams the League every day for like 8 hours.
Yeah, no, and so, you know, it's bound to happen. He's bound to get upset when like shit happens, right? Because he wants to win. He's a he's challenger in all 5 roles, so you know.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
Yeah, god damn, I kind of admire that about him. You know, hits the gym, maintains the swole, still streams, and like is like top of the game, right? Like he's one of the top players in like every role.
Girlfriend too.
Yeah, girlfriend, house, right? Like he's the gamer dream. He's like the Chad gamer dream. Yeah, let's see. How are we in the stream? Okay, we're at an hour and a half so far. We'll hit the 2 hours and we'll try and like talk to chat more. Yeah, we'll like bring chat in for stuff. Yeah. So wait, do you actually play League or do you just watch people? Because I know for me, I don't play anymore. I just watch now.
So I've actually only recently started playing League. So I used to play a lot of Smite. Smite was my go-to. I have like I'm a gamer, you know. I got like 6K hours in Smite, and I hit GM, you know.
Oh shit.
But that doesn't mean much in that game. That game kind of stinks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've only picked up League like maybe like 2 months ago now, and I've been playing with some people. I've been learning. But yeah, it's fun. I play I've been playing support and mid recently.
The e-girl rolls. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm the same. I was a support mid player too at like the start as well, because I didn't know what to do. The tutorial back then when I played, like, I don't know if they still have it the same now, if they like do it in like the ARAM map instead of like the actual Summoner's Rift, but like they would start you off in the ARAM map with like Ashe, and then they'd like tell you to build like a Thorn Mail to like show you what like that does, and me not understanding the game, I was like, yeah, I was like, so now if I play Ashe, Thorn Mail is a crucial item because the tutorial is like talking about how like this is how you like, you know, get like negate damage and like also bounce damage back them, because they highlighted the Thorn Mail as like, you know, as like an item for that, right? And then like also they showed you I think like Blade of the Ruin King as well or something. I forget what other actual damage items. Like every few games when I play Ashe, like when I first started out, I would build like the main damage item and then into Thorn Mail, and like I would just have friends who'd played the game longer than me at some point finally join in and be like, why are you building that on Ashe? And I'm just like, because the tutorial told me to, and like nobody else told me otherwise. Like y'all didn't play with me at the start. Y'all are only just now playing with me and like telling me how the game works, right? So it's like, I didn't even watch like videos or anything on it. I didn't like, you know, look up guides or anything. I just clicked on what I thought would work. Like, does this look like it does something? I'll build it. Didn't matter what champion I was or like anything. It's just like, this looks like it could hurt the enemy maybe, or like prevent me from being hurt, so let me just doop.
Yeah, I just follow like, well, the game has like recommended builds, which is usually pretty decent actually. But I also follow like you know,
the
like
guides.
a guide online.
Yeah, that's what I started doing. Yeah.
By the characters though I play so far, so I am still new, but I like so for support I like Bard.
Yo, I love him he's so toxic if you know how to play him, but I love him. Oh my god.
I'm glad you love Bard. Everyone else bullies me for
dude,
Bard.
oh my god, because like one of my favorite things to do with him as support is if I get the lead, I don't even build him support, I just go the damage Bard build, right? And just collecting the little like, you know, the little meeps, little chimes and stuff, right? And you just freaking like you just one shot. Like I love the sound, like the sound he makes when he freaking like whips a freaking minion at him and stuff, you know, with the chime, just and you get the Luden proc with like the static shiv and stuff, and like everything that just kind of pops, and like the sheen proc, and it's just health bar goes from full to just in the first freaking auto. It's so good. I love him. Oh my god.
Yeah, Bard, Senna, Tom Kench. Those are my supports.
I
the
hate
mid,
Tom Kench though.
I've only been playing Xerath mid.
Xerath, my boy.
I've been a one-trick Xerath.
Yeah. I love him too. He's so cool.
Yeah.
I know for me,
I just like harassing people mid.
Yeah, no, he's so good for that. Him and Malzahar, like some of the ones I really like to play for mid. For support, I always really liked at one point playing Lux. I was Lux support for like a really long time because I fell in love with like how annoying she can be.
Yeah, she's
and then,
very annoying.
Yeah, and like when I first played, like one of her skins was like a skin that looked like Dark Magician Girl that a friend got for me because I played a lot of Lux, and I was like, I'm a one trick now. I'm a Lux one trick. So I played her like non-stop. Like I went from support to finally playing like Lux mid lane, right? And then like you know, as the game kind of went on, I was like, you know what, I kind of want to try other roles. I played other champions too. So like I went from like Lux to like things like Soraka, and like a few other like the typical, I guess, like what you would consider like the e-girl like champions. I would play like Janna and stuff, right? You know, Sona and all that stuff, because I was that e-girl support in like mid laner that would just kind of like sit in the back and get carried, right? Because I didn't know how to play, so I just kind of like played the things that were like mindless and like didn't take too much effort. Then after a while I decided like I want to play like top lane and stuff and like actual like roles, and so I played yeah, at one point I started watching like Searches and like Trick2G, and I fell in love with like Nasus, so I started playing Nasus top lane. I got so like optimal for like because I'm not like a great League of Legends player. I'm like the average. Like the highest I think I got to rank was like, God no. I wish I was like gold 5 at most. I think like the basic, like, you know, like this person knows what he's doing kind of rank, right? Where it's like he's not amazing at the game, but he's not the worst, so he'll play decently. And so but like my Nas is like chef's kiss, like on point, like 400 stacks, like between 15 to 20 minutes every game, no matter what, once I got like the hang of him. Absolute right gamer. Like yeah, like optimized, like, or optimal like Nasus gameplay. And at one point I just was like, I want to play something a little less like a little more brainless, and I got into Singed, and I just started like running at people. Yeah, the run chant. Oh my god, when I tell you that I'm glad I'm not like super good at the game and like a high rank, I love it, because like I'll get paired with like bronze, silver players and stuff who are like worse than I am, and like they will chase you. They don't understand that Singed is just a champion you should just kind of ignore. Yeah, and so like I learned about like proxying and like the double proxy, where you would take like the top lane and the mid lane minions and stuff, and I just run laps in their base after like 2 or 3 items, and like I just sit in a call with friends and they'd be like, Kitty, what the fuck are you doing? And I'd be like in their base. It's like the jungle, top laner, and mid laner are like trying to stop me from like proxying their waves, and I'm just like, guys, free Baron, let's go do Baron. Y'all should go do Baron, while I'm like being chased by like 4 people on their team. God. It's so fun. I got a pentakill with him once just because people were chasing me at Dragon Pit. Like it's funny. It's great. League was a fun game for me. I don't play anymore. Yeah, because I played since like season 5, and I don't like a lot of the new changes as much anymore. Like it changed way too much for me. I feel like it's definitely a good game if you're like new and you didn't experience all of like the older stuff, right? Like it's so much more like beginner friendly now and like newcomer friendly with how the layout is now. But I was like, I miss being able to stack a bunch of items and like a bunch of other dumb things you could do that like got removed out of the game, or like taken away, or like nerfed, right? Like so I just kind of stopped playing. I uninstalled and everything. Now I only play whenever Earth is out. These chairs are lethal.
I don't know why that's still an issue in the game. I feel like that thing's been a thing for a while.
Yeah, it's because they balance a lot towards competitive play. Their like casual scene is kind of like an afterthought. Like they really do gear the game towards like, you know, worlds and like tournaments and stuff, right? Because like they always have like, you know, the worlds patch, right? Like, you know, they'll buff and nerf champions dependent on what would be better for like an all out like tournament and like competition, which I understand. I don't blame them, right? Like it's what makes them a lot of money, and it's a free to play game, right? Like you want to appeal to where the money is, so you know, people will buy your skins regardless and stuff, but like the tournaments make them a lot of money and shit, so you know, is what it is. I don't hate Riot for that. It's more just like, it's not for me, I'll step away. I think I had my fun with it. I played it for a few years.
Yeah. Wait, what do you play nowadays?
Not a lot, honestly. I haven't been playing much of anything, sadly, because like It's like I'll tell like most of my chat, right? Where it's like, what do you, or if anyone asks me what I do in my free time, it's like it's either now it's like I'm either at work or streaming or like laying around in VR, right? Like I almost don't play anything in my free time because like I'll be editing something or like
Yeah.
sitting in Unity or like doing some other thing that isn't like a game. It's very rare, but when I do like play games in my free time, it's never like a MOBA or something. It's like Risk of Rain 2 or like Vampire Survivors, just something kind of like
stuff.
yeah.
Vampire Survivors, yeah.
That is, oh god, I'm
Kill
still so
time
addicted.
game.
Yeah, I want to play more of it, but I haven't had the time. But oh my god, I love that game so much. And I want to play more Hollow Cure.
Yeah, not the
Sounds
same
fun.
for me. Vampire Survivors, right? About like Hololive.
Yeah, it's basically Vampire Services Hollow. Yeah, so it's like got all the like live 2D waifus and stuff, right? The Hollow Live girls. Yeah, yeah, Pecora's in there. I think I'm pretty sure right now. I think she's a character you can play as. I'm pretty sure. If not, I think she's like a later like but I'm pretty sure she is. And it's got like gacha in it where you have to like roll to unlock characters, I think, or something. So like I don't think I've gotten Pecora yet.
Of course.
Yeah. I haven't gotten her yet if she's like an unlockable, but I have played as most of the English cast, so like Callie, Gura, Kiara, and like Ina and stuff, and Crony, right? I think Kiara is when I play. I don't know if they've nerfed anything yet because it's been a while, but like Kiara was busted. Oh my god, she is so powerful. Such a fun game though. Yeah, it's free, so like, you know, just download it.
Okay.
Yeah, just look up Hollow Cure.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought you had to buy it, so I kind of like didn't look into it for a while, and then I was like, you know what, I'm curious. People like, I keep seeing like the Hololive girls that I follow on Twitter like be all like, today's a Hollow Cure stream, and they'll be like, all right, fine, I'll play it, I'll see what it's like. Let me look it up. And then it's like, just download it here. Here's the EXE, play it. And I was like, for free? You're not gonna charge me money for such a cool game? Alright. Because I would have paid for it at that point too. I was like, I was ready to succumb. What kinds of things do you do in your free time?
I can't say the same for
like
me.
what games?
Well, okay, recently I haven't been drawing as much as I would like to and been working on stuff, but I've just been playing games, that's why. But the games I've been playing, I play a bunch of tilters. I play Valorant.
Oh boy.
After I get tilted on Valorant, I cool down with League.
Oh no.
Then I play the occasional Counter-Strike every now and then. And I recently a new game came out. It's free to download. Gundam Evolution.
Yeah,
it's like Overwatch, but with Gundam.
That's something I was kind of looking forward to.
Playing that.
Yeah, wait, so it's like fully out, like free to play right now?
Fun.
Because I remember seeing streamers play like the beta.
Scuffed, though.
Yeah, because it's free to play, but like, yeah, I need to download that then at some point and play it. Like, and like the Call of Duty beta too.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Oh, the COD beta. Wait, how long does that go for? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't been able to download it yet. I haven't been able to get access to the beta on PC yet. So
usually it's like a weekend thing.
Yeah.
I may have to look into that too.
Yeah. Because I wanted to play it because Xmas DM'd me about it, and I was like, oh, right. That was the thing that I was gonna maybe try. Because like I'm not a Call of Duty fan anymore, but like the nostalgia from Modern Warfare 2, I kind of wanna, you know, relive the glory days when I was good at FPS games on console at some point. Oh god, I've fallen off so hard since my like high school console like FPS days. I would be like top of the leaderboard every game. Now it's like I'm struggling to not be last. Yeah, like now I basically did well if I'm not bottom fragging, you know, like if I'm not at the bottom, I'm popping off. That's a pop off for me, is if I'm not at 0 kills.
True. You know, it's actually crazy. Like the kids nowadays are so good at games. Like I remember I was playing Valorant one time, and there's this guy on my team who dropped like 30+ kills, And then when they talk, like they only talked at the end of the game, and when they spoke, they sounded like they're like 5. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
how old are you, man? This guy's popping off.
Yeah. Jeez. No, I remember seeing like that one, like, you know, when Fortnite was like taking off and stuff, there's like that one kid who was like building a tower, like, you know, like the meme of like Fortnite building things and like the right, like there's this kid that was like building a tower and like milliseconds, like he was hitting keys like so fast, like I was like,
yeah, no, the Fortnite kids are
Jesus.
cracked.
Yeah, no, that's part of why I never played Fortnite, because it's like, you know, building's a mechanic, and if someone can build faster than what I can with my old boomer like fingers now that like can't keep up with the youngins, right? Like freaking, I'm not gonna, you know, not about to play a game where I'm just gonna get schooled by a John Wick who can build up an entire base in 5 seconds.
Characters are so random.
I know, I love
like,
when John Wick is like the meme.
Yeah, like I remember watching a clip of that game, and it was like Goku sniping Spider-Man and gets run over by John Wick. I'm like, what is happening?
It's the biggest collaboration that we thought, you know, that we didn't ask for, but like got anyway. It's so dumb and it's so good. More. Yeah, no, I think what is it? Did they already add Hatsune Miku into it? Yeah, they have like Dragon Ball now, but like I forget what else
I think they did actually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because I was gonna say there's like so much going on in that game now. Like Jesus Christ. God.
Oh, do you still play Multiverses?
I need to play more. I haven't. Yeah, no, I haven't either. It's been a while. I need to play that again at some point. Like I just need like to figure out like a proper like schedule, because like I go to the gym on like Mondays and Wednesdays in the morning now, because I couldn't do Tuesdays and Thursdays because Tuesday I have like an hour earlier start, so that's a little more of a rush for me, right? So like I was like, okay, I'll stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays now instead of Mondays and Wednesdays, so that way I can do the gyms in the morning, and then I'm off to work, and then, you know, gym trip plus work, coming home I'm usually too tired to do like anything. Right, so I haven't like played much. Yeah, and then like, you know, the stream days as well in like the morning, right? You run around, do whatever on stream for a few hours, and then go to work, come back, and it's like I don't want to do anything other than like maybe edit or like sit in Unity where like it doesn't require much effort or like brain power to like do anything, right? So I haven't played many games recently. It's kind of makes me a little sad. I haven't even been able to get in VR much because of it too, because I'm just like I don't want to.
It's okay.
Yeah. The weekends though, today's the day. I'm like, once we finish this off, I might have to end stream, because there's like a few things that happen that like if I stayed streaming I'd probably run into the time to go join that stuff, so you know. Kind of want to make sure I don't miss it, and I'm also drinking, so you know, it's time to get blood stuff.
Party day.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh gosh, we got raided by Kellen. Oh my god. I was like, let me check the time and see like if we're pretty much at the 2-hour mark. Hello, thank you for the raid, Kellen.
Okay.
Let me see what other things I might have missed while that, because we're at the 2 hours now, like officially. And then Owie raided me too. Oh my gosh, I don't know if Owie's even still here anymore. Thank you for the raids on the follows. It's a podcast day, so I've kind of ignored all of you the whole time. But now, since we're at like about 2 hours into it, we have War here after they fixed their chair situation because they sat in the chair. Yeah, they're breaking because they sat in the chair.
These chairs.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask War, you know, anything you want to know about them, like their art stuff, their booth things, or whatever you want to know, or like what kinds of games they do. When War Nails, says Kibler Peepo Shy. Oh yeah, when are the nails? Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Okay, I do need to do yours, but I'm done now. I'm just waiting for Well, I sent some out. I just need the people I sent them out to take pictures for me.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'll send you yours too. I didn't know what you wanted yet. I was still thinking.
Oh,
like,
right.
What would fit Kitty?
That's right. I kind of forgot to like maybe give you any ideas because I've been so busy. if people don't like spam message me things, I will forget like really hard. It's just how I am nowadays, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess there's the answer for Kibler. You know, they're done. He's just sending them out for people to model them. Yeah, whenever you want to send me mine, I'm cool
people
with
know
it
who
too.
you are. I still have 0 pictures from the people I do have them.
Okay. Yeah.
No rush though.
Whenever you give them to me, I'll be sure. I always take a picture, but and like for like Twitter, like before I go to bed, so you don't have to worry about it. I have like my own little schedule, where I'm vibing and I'm like, let's see. Oh, it's like bedtime now. I might forget today if you give them to me today, cause I'll be drinking. Cause I remember my mod told me like, don't forget to install Genshin for like a sponsor stream, and I think it was like on a weekend where I was drinking, and I was like, yeah, I'll install it like before I pass out from drinks and stuff, and then I didn't do it. They even messaged me. They sent me a DM. He's in chat right now. It's my boy Meep. I think Meep was the one that messaged me to like remind me, and then I didn't do it. So Kitty, I was there when you talking about the dancing stuff. I like, yo, yeah, the martial stuff. Yes, it was me. What is your perspective on 21 to 2022? Says Project XX Kai.
My perspective?
Yeah.
Well, I think this year has been, well, for me specifically, it started off very, pretty rough, but I'll say the year's gotten to be good. I got to meet so many cool people this year. Like, I took a break from VR chat, but I started playing again this year, and I wanted to meet new people, and I met you, Oshino, Riley, you know, Kibler, all the boys. So for me personally, my year's been really good, but in general, I think it's been kind of a weird year, like with the world, you know. I've been seeing so many like so much stuff happen this year, I feel like.
Yeah, no, I mean, just look at like Twitter drama with like all the Twitch streamers right now. Like, this is like the weirdest thing that's coming out. It's like every day something new's coming out. It's crazy. Oh my god. Actually. We're in like it's like the weirdest timeline right now. World's just kind of going to shit in like the weirdest ways, but you know what? The rest of us are out here still thriving, so it's been a good year. I'd like to think. Yeah, so for me it's been good, but for the world it seems weird. Yeah, for the world it seems a little, you know, but for some, you know. Oshnil says, what are your future goals when it comes to drawing?
Oh, Oshino, my future goals for drawing, oh, okay, so, well, my plan with art, honestly, well, my plan right now is I want to make more stuff on Booth. I just need to not be lazy, but it's more like I want to live on Booth, or live off of Booth, because Booth could pay out a lot. So I want to focus on Booth, live on Booth, and with art, I want to get to the point where I could kind of go AFK on Booth for a bit, then just draw for fun. With art in general, I don't know if I'll ever make art into like an actual career for me, but I do want to get like super good at art, you know, to the point where I'm just like, you know, like the crazy artists right on Twitter who have like 1 million followers. I want to be like those people. So yeah, I want to live off Booth, but then with art in general, just draw for fun and just get good at art. I don't know if I'll ever take it into like a career choice.
Yeah, well, at least you have the option if you do want to, you know. There's no rush. There's no like, you know, law or anything that states like it's time for you to commit to art. It is a backup for sure. Yeah. It's a good fallback plan, and like the passive income thing is actually really smart.
Yeah, because sadly too, right? Like I remember I went to we had like a school. Well, when I was in school, we had like a university come in, and I was like, well, I was talking to the guy, and we're like, well, if you want a career in art, so art's kind of interesting because I've seen artists who have no like studies in school, right? They just learned everything at home and drawn at home, and you could be like a god tier artist, right? But they were saying like even if you're a god tier artist, if you don't have like the background of going to school for art, some people won't even just look at you for like hiring you, right?
No, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate.
People who don't like, yeah, you could be so ungodly and be better than people who went to school for years and like they don't even care. So that's why that kind of sucks. Like it's hard to get somewhere. Like being a freelance artist though, there's definitely some companies and stuff that spot you out. Like I had a friend who got spotted by like some sites, but they make a good living now.
Yeah, no, that's fucking that's poggers. Gibbler has 2 questions. First one being, are you ready to dance for 24 hours for Marshall? Also, the Marshall thing hasn't happened yet, I think. The Marshall-a-thon hasn't happened yet, maybe.
I'll definitely dance on that day. Don't know if I'll be for 24 hours, but...
No, the most I could ever dance for, I think, was like 3 or 4 hours before I finally have to give up.
It's like usually like the longest I went was like 6 or 7.
I can't do that.
I was like,
but then again, I always like pick the ones that have like a lot of like footwork stuff to them, and I don't do like his like cooldown ones at all to like I'm about to collapse. So it's like and then Kibler also says, when war tattoos on booth?
The tattoos? Maybe one day. My plan for booth, so it's the nails. After the nails, I'm debating if I want to do more eyes, so I already did Celestia, Kikyo, and Maya, but there's still like Wolferia, Rindo. There's a couple models that could be good, but I want to also, my plans for booth is to make after the nails I do accessories, right? So I'll do like horns, jewelry, rings. You know, I like my accessories. I think it changes a lot in the look.
I think accessories is smart as well, because a lot of people like to buy accessories for avatars.
Yeah, especially with horns. I saw people, but horns are very like,
they're super
there's not
popular.
enough on booth. Like every time you see like ram horns, it's just like merino horns, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so horns and stuff. Then after that, I'll get the outfits. And that's probably like the peak. I'm building up slowly, you know.
You're kind of ramping up into like the big WarReaper projects. Yeah.
As for tattoos though, I'll think about it. There'd definitely be more of a fun thing to draw. I might draw a tattoo. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I don't know what I would do though.
Yeah, I'm not a tattoo person. Like, the only tattoo I'd ever want to get is the Palpu fruit that I have on my avatar from like Kingdom Hearts. That's about it. I haven't really thought of anything else in terms of tattoos, so.
I got you, kitty.
Yeah.
I got ideas.
All she says, what inspires your model designs? Oh, that is a good one, because like, your model looks sick, and I like, you know, that is a good, I want to know as well, what
design?
Yeah, made you come up with it.
Well, okay, so before I was always white and green, because green's my favorite color actually. So I went through a bit with the design. So once I first started using Booth, I also tried a whole new look. And I at first I had white hair with just like a black strand. That was like my original, and I was purple. I was white, black, and then purple. And yeah, but I don't know. I guess so yeah, that's where the white and black also came from. It came from a couple things. I always thought the color looked nice, but I saw Chloe, the HoloLive person.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
And
yeah,
they have the white with the black, so that's where that kind of came from. But then I switched to red because I didn't like purple as much as red. I guess I just liked how red looked more.
Yeah.
a lot of it comes from like people on Twitter though, because every now and then I see like a cute booth model. I'm like, look at you, and I get some ideas from people.
Yeah.
So the black and white split hair that came from well, one day me and Oshino were testing public rindos, and we used one that had black and white split hair, and I was doing the black and white already, right? So I was like, I'm like, that looks nice. So I used so that's where I got the idea for the split hair. Then, but I was like, how do I incorporate the red into it though? And there's this person named Arisu. I don't know if you've seen them on Twitter before, but they're black, white, and blue, and they do that for every avatar.
Yeah.
But they do the triple color as well. So I'm like, okay. So I try to include the red somewhere. Because black and white by itself, I think, is a little bland. So I tried the red.
And it's like, it's done a lot too. Black and white, like split down the middle or just some kind of thing. So. Yeah,
so I try to be creative with it. And specifically this design, well, so I kind of take bits from a lot of people I look at. So the horns I got from someone on Twitter, the halo I got from someone, but like the idea. The front golden horns I came up on my own. The outfit's cute. I will say though, one person who's definitely made me want to do better on models is Oshino, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen him. You've seen him.
No,
Oshino's
I mean,
looking very nice.
Oshino's got like the hella good model skills. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I was good at that stuff. I'm such a bare bones basic model person. I only know Unity. I don't even touch Blender.
I'll say, the main thing though, Oshino is definitely a big part of it, but just also a lot of the people I hang around are like, a lot of people look unique that I'm around, so I'm always like, I don't know, I feel like I always had to try more to like, I don't want to say fit in, but I'm like, I want to stand out a little bit too, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to be like the generic looking one. You want to kind of like hop off with them.
Yeah. So I'll say my design specifically though is just I just bashed a bunch of things together until I thought it looked okay.
Yeah, it's kind of just an amalgamation of like influences essentially is what your design boils down to some kind of extent. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it looks good. I like everything about what you've done. Great.
You look good.
Oh, thank you.
I will say that I do like this design a lot. And it's finally like to a point where I actually feel comfortable with it. Like I even got like the art commission of it. That's how comfortable I felt with it.
That's kind of where I'm at too. I'm finally like feeling a bit comfortable at like avatar design wise. Now it's just clothes and stuff that I still kind of really like to find more stuff to like work with. Like now it's just outfits before I feel like I'm like 100% comfortable, because I still haven't found like a solid outfit where I'm just like, this is like the one that I want it to be. Because just outfits are too fun.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Yeah, it's too much fun to like pick just one. But design wise, like look wise, I'm pretty much solid. But I am trying to come up with like a Halloween theme now, since that's like around the corner and stuff. For like October.
Me too. I was thinking about that. Honestly, I don't know if you've seen it on Booth, but there's just like a giraffe onesie.
A giraffe onesie? No, I was gonna do like an entire model. Like I was gonna like go completely off of like what I typically have, like no cat ears or masks, like just something very different for like just specifically for Halloween.
I might try something too.
Yeah. But God, yeah, there's so many good avatars out there with so many cool designs. I wish I could do a little bit better too. Need to keep up.
That is where the inspiration is from, I guess. Just a lot of people, including Oshino.
Yeah, especially Oshino, people shy. Oshino's kind of cool.
Yeah, especially Oshino.
This is where the femboys are at, right? Anne, are you a femboy, or would you consider yourself one?
I'm a Giga Chad Alpha challenger player.
Yeah. No femboys. No femboys here. No, just Giga Chad gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lots of testosterone and muscle. You know, protein all day, every day. Lift 500 pounds and then squat like 1,000 or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Favorite Marshall song to dance to? I think did we talk about this a little bit? I can't remember.
We did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you wanna say again?
Easy.
Yeah.
Actually, okay. I say it's easy, but I'm stuck between Light Switch and Puppet.
Light Switch is so fun. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
They're both so
I would
fun.
say Light Switch I like more.
Yeah. I love doing the like wipe of sweat with him every time he does it too. Like whenever I dance to it, I always have to do like the wow, like just like he does.
Oh
you
yeah,
know, you can't skip it. You have
I do
to.
that every time too.
I just love it. It's so God, I love him so much. Marshall is literally the best. Oh my God.
Yeah.
One day I want him to
meet
try
him one
VR
day.
chat and then just
Yeah, he'll dance in the Marshall avatar.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love him so. I feel like low-key Marshall probably would think VR chat and like people are like so, you know, he probably look at us and be like, what the heck are these people?
Yeah, that tweet I was telling you about that he saw in the picture, someone was dancing as the Marshall.
Oh, as the Marshall avatar.
So that's probably why he was also weird.
Oh,
He's probably like, why am I?
Yeah, he's like, what?
What is this?
What is this?
So funny.
When are you getting a mesh tee? Says Kibler.
A mesh
Marshall
tee
mesh
from
tee. Yeah, from Marshall.
activebooty.com.
Oh my God.
They're like $40. I actually looked at them.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, like any merch from like. Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, if I buy a mesh tee and my mom sees me, she's gonna be like, "Why are you wearing this shirt that's transparent?" Because you know he has like
it's
like
the
half
nipples.
transparent.
Yeah, it's right on the nipples. Where
My
it's
mom
transparent.
would be like, "What is that?"
Yeah,
It's
no, I
it's like
couldn't
a
buy that
weird-
with my household right now either. I'd have to move out before buying that. My mom would be like, no, sir. But I did recently buy like some Moist Critical merch finally with my first work paycheck. I was like, I'm gonna spoil myself. I'm gonna buy a Moist hoodie. Yeah, whenever it gets here, I'm gonna take a picture for Twitter of me and my thigh highs with the Moist hoodie on, and I'm gonna caption it, you know, like I'm moist. I'm moist now or something. Yeah.
Biggest fan. Oh wait, oh, your captions are so funny. By the way. I love looking at your captions on Twitter. It's so, so random.
Dude, it's crazy. Anytime I've literally been testing it, where it's like whenever I try and do like a little more tame caption, something a little, you know, not so weird or like crazy, it maybe will break 100 likes. But if I do something really weird with like a pretty picture that's like somewhat fan servicey, right, with like a weird caption, it pops off. It's the funniest shit. I think the one that still popped off the most was the "Don't bully me, I'll come." I think is the one that is like popped off the most. I think that one broke like 400, I think, or something. I was like, Jesus Christ. At this point, I might just put like the shirt on my window or something, like, because I have like the tank top like asset like outfit.
Yeah,
so I might just like I might just do an outfit where it's like, "Don't bully me, I'll come."
I feel like I gotta be careful with that one.
I should, but it'll be fine. I won't. If I were to get in trouble for anything at this point, you know, it would have already happened like a while ago, you know. So.
Yeah.
I write a fine line on Twitch. Yeah, no, I'm glad. That's kind of why I've been doing the weird captions. It's kind of like, I think it's funny. Some people think that I'm actually into some of the things that I caption like my stuff with. It's like, you know, like some people
Oh
actually
boy.
thought I was like into being bullied for a while, or like just something else, whatever I caption it. It's a double-edged sword. You get the funny Twitter
Yeah,
interactions
Twitter
and likes,
attracts
but
a weird audience.
yeah. I just caption it whatever I think of at that time, like whatever comes into my brain. I do not plan them. It's like my streams. Nothing is planned. It's just whatever whatever I come up
Right.
with.
Hey,
Sometimes
that's the
I'll
best
remember a
though,
funny
you know,
meme.
the on the spot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I just in my head remembered like don't bully me, I'll come, and I was like, yeah, that's the caption for today. Or like pissing all by yourself, handsome, you know, like there, that's the tweet. It ain't Marcel. Oh, you mean Marshall? Yeah, not Marcel, Marshall. Yeah, it ain't Marshall without showing some nipples. What is your favorite type of accessory for your avatars? Says Kibler. Kibler's got all the questions today for you.
Oh,
It's an interrogation.
let's see. Favorite accessory? Well, I will say one thing I've kept on all of them has been the halos.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, I'm in love with these horns on the side of my head.
Yeah, they look really good.
I think these ones specifically look nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the horns recently have been my favorite.
Yeah, I don't blame you. They're good.
Actually, these
Oh,
are
the little
probably
spike
my actual
wristbands.
favorite though, personally.
Mm-hmm.
They were custom made by Small Oshino.
Oh, so like they have a little bit of. That's kind of how I feel about my little jaw piece on my avatar. It was made by, and like the choker as well that I have, which I don't think chat can see because the hair on this avatar kind of blocks it from the side. But but it's like my absolute favorite things. Yeah, because a friend of mine made them for me. So the face mask wasn't even me asking him to make it. I just was like talking about like, it's like, you know, VTuber and stuff. I wanted like something to help me stand out from like other avatars, because like there was a time when I was getting compared
Definitely
to
is
Lulu a
unique.
lot, right? Like
Oh no.
yeah, like people who just didn't even know who I was would come and be like, is this Lulu 2.0 or something or whatever, right? Or like, you remind me of
Oh,
Lulu.
no.
And you know it's kind of like a like I didn't even talk to
You know
Lulu
what
at
I
this
got
point yet,
called
so
before?
what you get called before?
So Raffle Gator, he was doing a Smash or Patch stream,
Mhm.
and we posted a picture, me, Riley, and Oshino, and I
Yeah.
got called Fillion. I was like,
Billion? Wait, what?
I'm like Kikyo.
Oh, okay. Wait, what the heck? I haven't seen your Kikyo
I'm
yet,
like-
I don't think. But even then,
But yeah, it's the same theme, you know, black and white with the.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what the Fillion? Okay, I'm not gonna bully, but you know.
Yeah. No, yeah, I
there's a
know.
little difference there.
Yeah, there's quite a difference between you and Fillion. Fillion is like basically default Rindo with just white hair and like purple eyes. I
Yeah.
think that's about it. You know. So whereas you have like so much more going on.
Mhm.
The Kibler asks, what would you do to make your horns unique if you make them for booth?
So I got the plans. Well, first off, I have like 10 ideas for horns in mind right now. I was gonna make. So what I was gonna do was I was gonna make a set of 5 to sell, right? So for example, say I made like ram horns. I was gonna have like the solid ram horns, then also like the bony ram horns, right? Like the ones with grooves and
Okay.
in the horn. So I was gonna have that for each type of horn. Basically, I was just gonna make a horn, then make variations of it. So like the solid horn, the bone horn, maybe even like a techie one, the broken one, right? So I mean, to make it stand out compared to the other ones, I guess they're gonna be kind of basic in that sense, but I also think the shapes I will do is what will make them be unique. Cause
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, they're pretty on booth, what I've seen at least.
Yeah. I got the ones that I've seen on booth where it's like just to kind of come up with like I think I used them for like my Succubus Kikyo like edit that I did. I used like some of the generic ones, and it's like, yeah, I was kind of disappointed that they didn't look any better, so I just kind of went with like decent ones that were in the package. But it was like I think $5 or something. It was like cheap, so it's not like I was like, man, I got scammed. It was just like, you know, kind of wish they were a little bit better, I guess, or something. So if you do horns, you know, maybe I might buy some, you know, just to kind of mess with them. You know, people shy.
Trust me, they'll be the best on booth.
I believe you. I believe in you as well. You got this. Rennie horns pretty paw, like says Kibler with like little shy, little shy.
Yeah, have you seen Rennie's horns? They're
I don't
like,
think so.
It's like, imagine like a, I guess a glass or ice. It's like a frozen horn, then inside the horn, it's like a ram horn.
Yeah.
And inside the horn is like flowers. Like you can see through the horn and it's flowers in the horn.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I don't know a lot of the Twitter picture people just yet, like with like avatar stuff. I'm still kind of out of that loop. I see some people is like, you know, it'll be like this person liked the picture, like retweeted it, or it's like recommended, but I don't think I've seen everyone, so I don't think I've seen who Rinny is yet. There's still a lot of names that I don't know of yet that people might know that are like on Twitter.
I don't think they post too much. They just they make stuff for booth. That's like the main thing.
Oh,
and
another
they're god
question.
at AIM Labs.
Gibbler says, who would you want to do photo shoots with? Or yes, who would you want to do some photo shoots with you haven't yet? Like who, I guess, if you haven't done photo shoots.
Photo shoots? Well, I have a couple people I wanted to do some with already. If those people that like, so who I have like kind of lined up, I guess. Let's see, I got Shio. They're very cute. Yeah. Mondays. I hate Mondays. If you know them.
I know that name. They followed me. I think I saw it on Twitter. I got like a notification. It stood out to me because their name was upside down. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's why it stood out to me. I was like, huh? Who is this person? What's
yeah, they're very pretty. There's definitely some more people on my brain. I just can't remember, but like people that like I would want to that are like I can't really contact too much. Well, I don't know if you know Asneon, but I wanted to do a photo shoot.
Yeah, I know Asneon. They show up a lot on my feed. Yeah. They use Wolferia, I think, right? They're like the really popular Wolferia user.
Yeah, I think that's their most popular one.
Yeah, I mean their avatar looks sick, so I don't blame you.
I want to take pictures with. I always like pictures with Arisu. It's the one I was telling about, just because they're so pretty. They're always they do the black, white, and blue theme, and they have like the ones who made me want to do hand tattoos. They have hand tattoos, piercings. Like if you think I have a lot of accessories, this person is like mega dressed out. You know, they got they got all the stuff.
They're the accessory.
So that's one I always want to. I would say mainly it's just some more JP people that I see on Twitter, because those are the ones like I don't really like have contact with too often.
Yeah, I haven't really met most JP VR chatters, honestly. Like, like it's very few that I know some who speak it, but they're not from Japan. Like they moved out or they were like raised somewhere else, right? Like I know I have like a few friends who are like Australia, like JP, right? You know, or something like that, or like somewhere else in the world that isn't straight up Japan, right? I haven't met anyone that's just like other than Sharpie, but Sharpie's not like native Japanese, right? But
right.
So I don't know any of the JP VR chatters yet. I'm pretty sure some follow me, but I have no idea who they are. I haven't met them yet.
Let's see. If you're trying to take some kitty, you know.
Yo, I mean, you know, I'm trying to be on when I can, you know, late at night before like I pass out. So just shoot me a message and I'll try and get on. Maybe we'll see. I don't mind. Because I think the only picture I have with you and like everyone was like the boys' night out picture, one that
My
that we
banner.
took. Yeah.
Beautiful.
You and Remio have that as your banner. I was like, oh. I was like, because
Yeah,
I
I
feel
thought
like I
Remy
don't
put
hang
it on
out like
too.
with y'all a lot, so I was kind of like, oh, what? This is like such an honor to like be included in the banner.
Ah, yes, of course. It was such a good picture too.
It was super good.
That's what I want to take for a banner. Like, I know it's gonna be like impossible, but I want like a big group photo with like,
Yeah.
you know, like you, Riley, Oshino, like all my other friends. I just like 20 people at least.
Oh man.
But
That'd be some
pairing
hella
everyone up,
coordination
it's
to
a
get
mess.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
sure
have to
you'd probably
yell at
have no
everyone.
trouble
I'd
getting
have
like
to probably
Riley
get
and Oshi, because I'm pretty sure y'all hang out all the time, right? So I'm sure it'd be
Yeah,
like
we
no
hang out pretty
trouble.
often,
Yeah. Me, I feel like I'd be one of the harder ones to get a hold of depending on the day because of like work and stuff now. It'd be like, you know.
Yeah, it'd probably have to be on like a weekend if I wanted to do that.
Yeah. Like a Saturday or a Sunday, because I'm usually free. Saturday nights I'm pretty free after I watch anime my server with the people, and if there's no like events going on, then I'm pretty free. Sundays I just relax, like I don't stream or do anything. So Kibler asks, have you ever done a drawing time lapse, and if not, have you thought of recording that? Drawing time lapses.
Like made a video? No, I've never made one. Well, actually, that's a lie. One thing I did was, I remember when I streamed art, I just sped up my VOD. I was like, yeah, let's see what this looks like.
You just time
And I
lapse
realized
a
how
lot.
like often I just like don't draw. I'm like taking breaks, distracted on YouTube. But no, I never made one. I'd be down to though. Those are always entertaining to watch, at least for me.
Yeah, I like
to
watching
see the whole
those.
process.
They're always fun.
Yeah, I'll probably make one.
I guess what would be the thing you'd want to draw then? It's like what's a project, like an art project you want to do at some point? It's like an ambitious, your most ambitious art project. It's like I asked Oshi what's like one. I think we asked him like what's one cool like editing video thing you'd want to do, like project wise. Like what would be your like biggest art project that you'd want to do?
Oh, biggest art project. Well, normally like when I draw, so I will say I think I'm pretty consistent at getting better with each drawing I do. And every time I do a drawing, I always try something new. But I never really had a project in mind. I guess probably just like I don't know. I think a project for me would probably be just some like full body drawing with a really nice pose in the background, because I never draw backgrounds or anything. So just something that's like, you know, it's everything, right? The background, the nice dynamic pose, you know, all that, just everything in one. That'd be a project for me, I guess.
Yeah. Why no backgrounds? Is it because hard? Because I know a lot of people that don't do backgrounds because it's just tedious and like hard and like there's no point.
Yeah, I tried once. I mean, I would. Yeah, sometimes there's no point, because like I've seen like even like artists that have like 500k followers. Like
Yeah, they
guy
don't
I
do
commissioned,
backgrounds all
for
the time.
example, like literally every drawing he's done is just white background. But that's the thing though. Sometimes the simple looks nice. Like the white background looks clean. So I guess that's why. I mean, I never did a drawing where I needed to draw one, but yeah, it's also just tedious and takes a lot of time.
I don't blame people. That's why whenever I commission art,
like,
I don't specify like I want a background. It's just like, just do this pose, do this, and like if you want to do a background or whatever, like, you know, go for it. It's fine.
You gotta like take into account too, like the like if you're drawing a background, that changes like everything on how you're drawing.
Lighting on the thing, the perspective, like it adds so much more. It adds so many more details, and it's like, oh. Like, because I kind of do the same thing with my VR chat pictures, where it's like depending on the thing, I'll like add some shadows with like a brush tool in Photoshop and like mess with lighting and stuff depending on where the picture was taken.
Your pictures
so.
are actually so nice. I think your
Mhm.
pictures are underrated, honestly. You put out some
What?
pretty high quality ones.
Thank you. I do. There are some that
Probably didn't get enough attention.
I think I'm really proud of. Like my most recent favorite one that I don't think popped off too much, or I think it did. I can't remember, but it was like it was more of like a wide kind of shot, where it was just like a nice little world I found. I forget the name of it, and like I captioned it like I'm gonna piss on the moon because I thought of like the Sonic fan dub thing, right? Because I really like the purple light in that world, and I thought it like fit really well with my avatar. And I think it like, you know, it was all really good. And when I edited it up a little bit, it looked a lot nicer than what the original shot looked like. So I was like, yeah, I'm proud of this one a lot. So
Yeah.
a lot of the pictures I put up, I'm
Easy
typically
1
proud
million
of.
likes.
So I try not to post anything where I feel like it's not up to my standards now, because like I've changed my standards a lot ever since I did submitted a picture for like ADC's like Smash or Pass, and he was like, you know, he passed me mostly because like you know, avatar's mostly
How could
cute.
they?
It's fine. I don't take it personally. I agree with him because my pictures that I sent in were
I take
shitty.
it personally.
The pictures I sent in were so bad. I look at them now and I'm just like, yeah, he's right. It's like poor lighting, is kind of dark, and even with like the little bit of editing that I do, it didn't really salvage the pictures or anything too much, right? So it's like I kind of took that as like some solid criticism, and now I try and make sure my lighting is like mwah, like a lot better where you can see things, and like when I edit them I try and focus on the lighting a bit more as well, and not like dark, because I was doing like darker pictures that like had a lot of shadows on them, and I was like, this is cool. But then 80 was like, I can't see much of your avatar because of this, and I was like,
no,
you right. You should probably change it up just a little bit.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm thankful for the hardcore criticism, because most people are just like, yeah, your pictures are good, you know. Sometimes you kind of need someone to be like, this shit kind of suck, but here's why it kind of sucked.
Yeah, it's good to get criticism.
Yeah.
Like constructive criticism.
So I appreciated that. I think that's why my pictures have gotten so much better, because I got that constructive criticism. I also have Melon to thank too. Melon is also very constructive on my pictures when I send him some, because he kind of also inspired a lot of my shots. I don't know if you've met Melon Rain. Yeah, Melon Rain. He does a lot of really pretty pictures too.
I do not think I know them.
He does really good pictures and stuff with like the VRC lens and stuff, and he used to do like photography classes, and I used to go to them when I had the time on Sundays, and a lot of like what I do is kind of like inspired by like him and like what he's taught me, and like also from other people on Twitter, right? Like a lot of my pictures are just kind of like inspirations from people. I feel like that's the cool thing about VR chat photography, is like you see other people's pictures and you're like, that gives me idea, and then you kind of like go for it.
Yeah, that's how I feel a lot too. I need to work on my poses though. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, I have, my poses are pretty similar. Like the poses are almost always pretty the same, but it's because I go off of like what works with like, you know, cute anime like poses and stuff, right? Where it's like you see it in like art, like the hands out kind of thing, like hey, head tilt a little bit, right? You know, like the generic like really cutesy ones that like will always, because I try to do poses that I see like, you know, as we're talking about like art and stuff, right? Like that people use for like art and like things that they draw, right? Like I try and set up my camera to be like angled kind of like it's like a fan art piece of some sort, and then I pose in whatever I think would, you know, an artist would draw as like some kind of generic pose that would be cute.
Yeah.
So oh, Gibbler has another question, and Sean, hello. I know War's done some really amazing Japanese drawings. Have they ever thought about doing a very stylized Japanese avatar?
Yeah, I could. So yeah, when I did tattoo stuff, traditional Japanese was what I studied the most. So like koi fish, Hanya mask, dragons.
Yeah.
You know, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought about that. Yeah, I thought about making it an avatar. I know it would be so much work for me. Like I have the idea, but I know if I did it, I'd be so lazy. But I'm like, I could do the whole sleeve of Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Draw a whole
Oh my God.
Japanese
like a
tattoo for my
Yakuza kind of
arm.
character, like in like booth
Exactly.
one. Oh, that would be so sick, actually.
Yeah. Then being the kimono, I have ideas for it. I definitely thought of it before, but I don't know if I'll actually do it. It's a lot more work. At least how I envision it.
Especially if
it's a
you're
lot of
drawing
work.
the stuff yourself too. That's like, yeesh. That'd be like months of work, I'd imagine, right? At that point.
Like, there's this person who sells Japanese tattoos on booths.
I've seen them.
And like on their Twitter, they showed like the sketch, and by the time they came out with it was like 2 months later. So I was like, man,
Yeah.
it took 2 months to draw this tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
God, but they're so
Yeah,
pretty. I've
so
seen
it's
some of them.
very-
It's like Jesus.
it is pretty. It definitely stand out a lot, but it's so tedious. I don't know if I'd have the time to do that.
Yeah, because you gotta prioritize how you spend your time. So
Yeah, exactly.
gotta manage it. God, that would look so sick though. I feel like if you ever did have the time, I'd love to see that. I'd definitely be like supporting and rooting for you, like whenever that comes out, just to see pictures. I'd be like, yo, you can, like, I'll simp over whatever you make.
Have the full sleeve, the full back piece.
Yeah. God, back tattoos are so sick to me. I love that stuff. I've actually thought about putting
those
some
are my
kind of avatar on
favorite.
or some kind of tattoo on my avatar on like the back, but I just can't think of what I would want to stylize into like some kind of tattoo. So, because I'm very Kingdom Heartsy and like Bleach themed, so like cyber themed. So, and I don't draw at all. Like this is just a Google image that I found. The little tattoo.
No.
Oh, okay. What other ideas for avatars do you avoid because of the time investment they take to finish?
Avoid?
Yeah. Ideas you just don't do because too much time.
Well, so I think you saw my other like version of this model, but it was like the tan version. With, like,
Yeah.
Originally, when I was making that, so that ended up being like an Egyptian theme. But originally, I wanted to do a Hawaiian theme, like a Polynesian theme, because I'm Hawaiian. Right?
Oh shoot, yo.
So at first, I hated that it didn't work out too well. But I actually drew like a tattoo for like 3 or 4 hours. You know, like a Polynesian tribal tattoo, and it was going up my whole side. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna look so sick. But then I put it on the avatar, and like the UVs are scuffed, and like the Celestia's body is like the texture is so low res. I'm like, oh, it just didn't work. So I guess what I avoid is just stuff that were, because you know I like to have the tattoos and all that. So stuff where what I have to draw would take so long.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I guess that's about it though. I did have 2 other ideas for avatars. Well, I wanted to do like a light and dark. So like it'd be like white, gold, black, purple, then like, you know, gold, purple, like demon side, angel side, right?
Oh, I've thought about that too. Yeah, the angel demon side thing. That's always kind of cool. So the chair once again. Chair strikes again.
Yeah. Then also the my other idea was like I want to do an animal theme as well. Like I wanted to be like a tiger.
Yo, join the cat gang with the tiger. Let's go.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, to answer that, I just avoid stuff that just takes where the drawing part would take a long time, because that's usually what takes the longest for me. If I draw something custom, I'm just like,
yeah. I get that a lot. I feel like if my avatars would have taken a lot longer if I decided to do things myself and not go to like Google Images for like PNGs and stuff that I edit to some degree, right? Shuya Tirisu says, any tips for people in editing VR chat photos? Been starting out as a newbie and trying to get better at it.
Shut the heck up. They're lying.
They're lying, I was gonna say.
They're good at editing photos.
Are they?
Well, if I was to give tips for photos in general though, well, everyone has their different style in editing photos, but like what I do for my style when I edit photos, I don't like to change the picture drastically. I just like to enhance the image. So like in Photoshop, you know, I'll make some things a little more vibrant, add a little more contrast to some areas. I think a tip though is, I think like you should do what I do first. So enhance your photo, then after, if you want to be more creative, then you be creative with it after. So like enhance the base thing, then after you enhance the base photo, that's where the creativity part starts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Is there anything else with editing photos? I don't know. Nothing much I could think of right now for that. But I think that's my tip, I guess.
Yeah, I think mine would be about the same. I just kind of in Photoshop do like, I'll just add like 3 or 4 layers, like the main 3 being like the levels layer, the channel mixer, and color balance layers. And then the 4th one would be like just a separate layer where I'll like use a brush stroke and kind of like add any shadows to like the background or something to kind of like really make, because depending on the world, like sometimes adding a shadow in the background really makes your avatar pop more, right? And like you'll darken the colors in the back and your avatar is like the main focus, right? So I'll just mess with that, and then like
that's a tip too. Yeah, make the avatar the focus.
Yeah. Some worlds it's just right, like the lighting is just right, and like you don't need to add any of your own like shadows and stuff. But like I just do levels to kind of, if it's like a really dark photo, I'll bump the levels up a bit to make it brighter, right? Color balancing and channel mixing to make certain colors pop and kind of mess with the background colors as well. And then if it's like a world that has like a nice little sunset or a sun, I'll add like a lens flare as well too. I've had a few pictures of lens flares that are really nice. Yeah, always a nice little like extra detail. Right? I kind of want to find more
pictures.
Like that.
Every picture is just in a sun world, or in a world of the sun. I'm so bad at taking pictures if there's no sun in the background. I don't know why.
I feel like I'm worse with the pictures that have something like that in the background. So I feel like worlds that have like less of a background going on, I do better in and stuff, or like that don't involve like lens flares. Yeah, like more like city backgrounds or something like that, or like some kind of like window with like raindrops on it or something like that, or nicer, right? Or like stars, that kind of stuff. I feel like I like more, because when there's like a sun or like other things involved, it's like, well, now I kind of have to try and like account for that when I like add anything to it in Photoshop. Whereas like if it's just a stagnant background that's kind of there, it's like, okay, now I can just focus on my avatar's colors. Like not have to worry too much about the
opposite for me.
Also, Echo, thank you for the resub. Wait, how many months is that? 30 months! Yo, 30 years. Let's go.
Ooh, big sub.
Woo. Yeah. Woo. And then, oh, Kibler says, what is your favorite world to do photos?
I actually do have the answer. It's called, I don't know. It's called Sunset. Here, hold on. I have it. Let's see. I posted
was it
like
Sunset Cabin, I think?
This world.
Or something like that?
I don't think it was Cabin.
I think I know which one you might be talking about. Because I have a world favorite that's like Sunset something.
Where are you?
Kizu, hello, Sue.
My stuff better.
Sunset Retreat, maybe Sunset Retreat, is it that?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
For me, it's
the world.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the world is like, I like worlds that are, well, it's aesthetically pleasing, first of all, and it looks pretty high quality, but the world also has settings in the world to change, like color balance, temperature, contrast. It has everything already too. So that's one reason I like that world a lot.
That's why I take a few of my pictures in there too. And my favorite is I don't know if you know like Wispiwoo and like their maps, but I love. Apparently this world flopped compared to their other ones, and I'm so sad because it's my personal favorite. Like I simp over this world a lot. It's called Cyber Seduction, and I absolutely love taking pictures in that world. Yeah, it's like super like cyberpunk themed and stuff, and it's like futuristic-y, and it's like it has like the edits for color things as well. Yeah, it's their least popular one, or one of their least popular ones, unfortunately, which kind of made me sad because like when they were announcing like making it and stuff and like, you know, showing it off, I was like, yo, this is gonna be sick, I can't wait, right? It gets like released and like apparently it didn't like hit off as much as their other worlds, and I'm just like, man, if it's any consolation, it's my favorite. I like it a lot.
Oh, don't worry.
You know,
if you told them that, they'd probably like to hear it.
yeah, I'm sure it like helps a little bit, but I kind of feel for them, you know, because they seem like they were excited about the world, so you know, I was like, I just love Wispy's worlds. Their worlds are so amazing. I love every single one of them.
I feel like the name sounds familiar. I'm bad at the names. I need to like see a picture, then I'll be like,
yeah,
oh, okay, that
I'm
one.
sure you'll recognize them if you go to certain worlds.
If it was on Neomancer's Twitter, I've seen it.
Yeah, some of their worlds have been on Neomancer's. I know the Kitty Cafe or something like Kitten Cafe was one that was featured on Neomancer's before. I think that's their most recent one, was the Kitten Cafe or something like that, which is also really nice. I like that world a lot too. Gibbler says, as War is the biggest fan of XQC, what is the absolute favorite XQC moment? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been watching him for like 4 years. If you want to know the date I started watching XQC, there's this YouTube channel called Daily Dose of XQC.
I've heard of it.
It was basically someone who re-uploaded his content, and he actually hired them as their editor, funny enough. But the first Daily Dose of internet he reacts to, that's when I first started watching him. Well, on that YouTube at least.
Oh gosh.
Favorite moment? There's so many, dude. This guy's every day he just does something stupid. Like
my juicer.
Yeah, my juicer. That's a tough one. There's so many. I mean, there's the 6 consoles. I was actually there for that one.
Oh my god.
There's. I love it when he dances. I don't know.
I've seen clips of him dancing. Oh my god, it's so good. I've seen some of the clips.
I can't answer my favorite moment. There's just too many for him. Like actually, every day a new clip is made of him.
There's just so much of him that goes on. Like I know for me, one of my favorites of like things he's said and done is like that like gets memed on a lot is like the Cheeto, like where it's like a cheat on the screen and he just goes Cheeto.
Yeah.
That one's actually I can't not laugh at that every time. It's just the funniest thing.
So Cheeto. Yeah, there's one too where he was looking at like a donkey and he's like, well, what is that thing? Is that a dog?
Oh my god. I swear, him and animals are something else, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was like, do turtles spawn with shells?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think I'll say my favorite, or one of my favorite moments, or I guess eras, is when he's playing Fortnite. Like when the 6 consoles clip was made, that whole like month of him just playing Fortnite straight was like golden. That was it was such good content.
Welcome back. Woo! Oh, the banana. You found it.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah. You can keep that. You know, every guest that ends up on the show can always, you know, just have it. They want. That's Yeah. So you were saying before I guess my PC decided to cut us off, and like VR check kicked me off and my stream died.
No.
If
I
you
don't
remember.
remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you remember. Oh gosh.
It was about XQC, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, XQC, good streamer, too many moments, Fortnite era puggers. That was my answer.
Let's see. Any last question for War? I'll let y'all ask like one more question, and I'll let War like shout anything out that he wants to shout out and talk about. Yeah, last question. Who has it? Who's got the last hard-hitting question? How tall are you? Says Sharp. The shortest one in our chat.
Is that the
The final
end
question.
one right there? I am 5'10".
5'10". He's taller than you, Sharpie. Unfortunately for you. Oh gosh. L. L plus scope plus ratio. I can't wait for Sharpie to start streaming again so I can bully him in his chat.
How tall are they?
They're 5'4". I like how you were like silent for a little. You're like trying to come up with something. It's okay. Yeah, the silence just so.
Don't worry.
Okay. Stop spreading lies. I'm obviously 6'7". Yeah.
Yeah. Like Tyler won.
Yeah, 6 to 7 inches off the ground. Yeah, around there. That has been my relationship with Sharpie. It's just been me bullying them. They kind of just put up with it.
Yeah, I saw them. They're your last guest, right?
Yeah, and then I bullied them on my stream afterwards. I told them to, join back with their bell collar on. The 2 videos that they're in popped off pretty hard on my YouTube. One of them's like over 2K, the other one's getting the 2K views, so it's like, Sharpie, you're famous.
Oh.
They know you as the bell color boy on my channel
popular.
now. Yeah. Perish, not gonna happen. What? Oh, this is so sad. No cope point redeem. I have to pause those redeems so people don't play them while I'm in the middle of a podcast, because, let's say I'm trying to talk to WarReaper and then someone plays Copacabana. I'm not gonna hear what he's saying for like a minute. Yeah, so I have to pause them during the thing. I disable them. Well, if there isn't any other questions, I guess one where it would be a longer answer, I'll give y'all like one more opportunity. If you'd like, if anyone would like to.
Big one.
Yeah, the big one, the big question.
Big boy question.
Yeah. Any avatar editing tips? Me noob, says Shuya Urisu. Is that another bait question? Are they not a noob?
They're lying again?
Yeah, they're lying again. SMH. I don't even know this person, but now I know them as a liar. Yeah, if you want to answer it, yeah, go for it.
Alright. Wait, what was it? Any avatar what? Editing?
Editing tips, yeah. Avatar editing tips.
Well, I always tell people, well, I like to say be unique, and also I always say think of the small stuff with the avatar, because it all adds up in the end, right? Like, I got the tattoos, the horns, the halo, the earrings, the wings, the bracelets, the armbands, the jewelry, like all the small stuff, I think is what makes people pop. So I will always say to people, just think of more small stuff you could add, even if you think you're done, right? Be like, if you're like for example, if you look at your hand, right, you're like, oh, that looks nice, but maybe I could add like rings or nails or whatever, tattoos, whatever, anything. All the small stuff adds up, so that's my tip. Think of the small stuff.
Pagu. Okay, I'll make that the last question and answer. If there's anything you want to like shout out and like plug, the floor is yours for this last little thing if you want to like say anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys need textures, for let's see, Celestia, Kikyo, or Maya, I have a booth. More in the future. Accessories and outfits soon. Smiley face. And shout out to the boys. You know, Oshino, Riley, Kibler, all of them. Shout out to my homies.
Yeah.
I know they're watching.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that's all, then you are now free to leave. You are no longer held here against your will. You can.
I will stay here.
You will stay here. Okay. All right.
I'm staying here.
All right. So then I guess War will stay here for our outro then, chat. Because I'm ending my stream. I have things to go
What's
to.
the outro?
Yeah, I don't really do much of an outro. I just kind of say bye, love you guys. Here's our raid target. I'll see you Monday. Oh yeah, I don't have work Monday. Maybe I'll stream Monday. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Oh god, my Twitch is scuffed at the moment. It doesn't even show me who's like live right now. Let me refresh. Who can we raid today? We can do
XQC's live.
XQC live. Oh, we gotta help the small streamers. Let's see.
Oh yeah, Tyler one's a little small.
Yeah, Tyler one
like
seems like he
5
might need some help. Oh shit, we could go raid Sai or something. Yeah. Sayuna 0. They're playing Call of Duty, I think right now. Yeah, my VR child. One of the many people in VR chat that I've drunkenly adopted because they're shy bean and I'm like, I adopt the shy beans. Let's see. Yeah, the Sayuna. Yeah, from twitter.com/ I sat in the chair. Oh no. Heck. Oops. I gotta open up my little radial menu really quick and like on my left hand to not click it on accident. /raid. It works for me surprisingly, so I just gonna do it. Sayuna 0, and then we're gonna stop the podcasty music that I have playing and just go back to like my Spotify for the outro. I always play the same song that I play at the start of my streams. It's like my outro song, so bam! Alright, we're rating Sai. Go say hi to Sai. I'm not logged in! What the fudge? Oh my god, I'm doing it through browser. Heck you, OBS, you piece of shit. Wait, what? Why am I on Almighty Surf stream? Wait, what is happening? I didn't click on his stream! Why am I on? This is so scuffed. What the fudge is going on? Oh my gosh. Jesus, everything's breaking. Nothing against Almighty Surf, but they seem really cool. I've heard good things from them. Yeah, the Spartan man. Yeah. Just why was his stream open for me? Anyway, we're rating Sai. There it is. Oh god, I can't see it on OBS because OBS is broken. Alright. Oh my god, there's a lot of y'all here today. 44 people. What the fudge? What did y'all have nothing better to do other than watch me be scuffed for a few hours and talk to WarReaper for a bit? Was fun though. It was a good time. It was good getting to know War a bit more and talk to us. Yeah. Look out for the next guest. I talked about it on stream before. Our next guest is Zaki if he's free next weekend. If not, then I'll keep it as a surprise. Yeah, I asked Zaki, but he was busy, so I was like, well, who can I ask next? And I was like, what about War? Let me message War. Yeah, maybe Royly, Royly DPS and stuff. But but yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Sai. I'm gonna bounce, charge myself for a little bit, and then go to other VR event things and grab some food really quick before I hop back in. So see y'all next week. No Sunday stream. Anime tomorrow. We watch Jujutsu Kaisen movie in the server. If you want to watch that, it's very good, so we will watch it together. Goodbye.